Spirits with spirits. Spirits with spirits.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to a special edition of Spiritual Spirits, Season 2, Episode 27, The Occult of Personality. That's right, special edition only because I was too sick to do it last week. So we decided to push it back. It is the new year. Hope everybody had a great new year and enjoyed their New Year's Eve and got to spend a lot of time with family and friends on Christmas and all that great stuff, which is the last time we got to see you. Of course, I am your host, Mr. John Watkins, all the way from no, I'm from Colorado, and our lovely host with the most, Mr. Dave Lowe, all the way out there in California. Dave, how we doing tonight?
Doing okay, bro. How was your New Year?
Man, New Year's Eve wasn't too bad. You know, I had to work, and then got to spend some time with the friends and stuff after getting off work. And probably drank a little too much, but
sinner.
Yeah, I drink too much.
Amber.
It was fun, you know, did some karaoke to the wee hours of the morning and all that good stuff.
I knew you drank too much.
Yeah, I love my karaoke, man.
My ghost just said who, and I was like, John. John was the one who drank too much.
But yeah, I mean, all in all, it was good. The morning after kind of sucked. I bought my girlfriend this awesome parrot for Christmas, and we woke up New Year's Eve to the dogs have eaten that bird.
It's like,
yeah,
because that bird was smart enough to open up the door and did not know how to fly. So, it was a bad New Year's Day. Bad New Year's Day.
Institution.
But we're moving along there. Yeah, I'm gonna end up in an institution.
Stop recording.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
We just got started. We're not gonna stop.
We got 3 hours to talk about the occult tonight.
Talk about the occult.
Yeah.
It was really interesting. You know, in the research that I did, I had some misconceptions about the occult.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. I mean, but I still have a working theory that we'll talk about as we go. Because there were some things that that you and I talked about that when I went and researched it, it was like, okay, that's not necessarily true.
Yeah.
More.
But there's like, it's kind of like I was going to say a bird in the hand, two in the bush type of thing, to where you're like, you're not sure what you're going to get out of this, but there's something there that's really interesting. But first, let's get the fine print out of the way.
Yeah, let's get the fine print out of the way. That's a good call, Dave. So first, before we get kicked off here, we want to thank Anchor. Anchor is what allows us to take the audio portion of this live broadcast and put it out to your favorite spots like Spotify, Google Podcasts, Breaker, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Apple Podcasts, and even the good old iHeartRadio. Not only do they do it free for you, they'll even sponsor you. It's a great way to get your podcast up and off the ground, and also a great way to continue growing because they help you grow with sponsorships as well as your fan base grows. So check out Anchor. Want to appreciate those guys. And of course, we got to thank StreamYard. They are not an official sponsor of the Spiritual Spirits, but this is what we do use to go live on multiple different platforms. So that's why you can watch us on our Spiritual Spirits Facebook page, the Spiritual Spirits with John and Dave, YouTube page, and of course Twitch Spiritual Spirits. So Thanks for StreamYard for being out there for us. Appreciate that. Fine print out the way. Man, I'm getting good at that, Dave. I'm getting good.
That's why I let you go ahead and go with it, because I'm still on the lowdown. I'm still like, oh yeah, Anchor. At the end of the show, I'm like, by the way, Anchor, thank you so much. Totally forgot. Spaced it. Go back on live. By the way, Anchor. Thanks.
I gotta redo the actual commercial I recorded for the actual podcast for Anchor, because I did it when I was drunk and not knowing how to talk on the mic.
Hey, everybody.
I couldn't remember I couldn't remember sites names.
Check us out on Spotify and Google Flyby and some other shit. An iHeartRadio.
Yeah, iHeartRadio. So we got a couple new things that we're gonna be. Well, I guess one's kind of not new, but it's an extension to what we're starting off doing with season 3. Of course, we do the pregame on like a Friday or Saturday night.
Pilot.
To talk about the upcoming week's show. But after the show, starting tomorrow night with our season 3 opener, we're going to be doing a post game live on our Instagram feed, the Spirits Instagram, and or you can even join in on the 4K Lowdown feed, because that'll be the other. Dave, there's
that'll be mine
there. So you can check us out there and join in on the post game where we break down what we talked about that night. And then something special coming up, man. I'm telling you guys, there's something special coming up. I'm not gonna let the cat out the bag, but we got something. We got something cooking. Something cooking.
I'm hoping next week we'll be able to spill the beans a little bit.
I'm hoping so too. I like the.
I'm trying.
Hello. I like where it's going.
I'm liking where it's going. Things are looking up. Things are looking up for the Spirits and Spirits here. And exciting new worlds are opening up for us, and it's well, a lot to do with Dave over there, because Dave knows how to write an email, and
I'm a professional sensei.
And all you guys, because you guys come in, you watch, you chat with us, you listen to the podcast on your favorite podcasting sites. So it has a lot to do with you guys too. So lots of stuff happening for us this year, and I can't wait to see where it leads us.
Fireplace.
So
warm.
The fireplace is not warm.
Fireplace is fucking hot.
My fireplace is not running.
Madison.
Oh, that was you, Dave. Okay.
That was me.
Oh yeah.
Madison is my.
And we got Dave.
Oldest
we got Dave all professional over there.
I got the hookup. I am the actual host with the most.
Yeah.
Because bro, you hooked me up with the podcast board and the microphone and headset and all that kind of good stuff, and I am just tickled pink.
We had to get Dave on the professional level, yo. We had to get him on the professional level. And now he's got the phone connecting to the board, so you can hear his
the way of the headset is now going away.
The way of the headset's going away. He's all.
I still have to use it for work, but
Angela.
I'm looking into actually getting myself one of the boom mic stands there.
Here? I like you.
Just because I like it. I'm watching you use it. I'm like, I'm a little jealous.
Pretty cool. It is. It's pretty cool, and it's great because I don't have a lot of desk space. I have 2 computers and the podcast board and everything, so I don't have a lot of space on my desk left. So having this as a boom mic, because I can move it wherever I want.
I like that too.
Kind of out of the way. I can type. I can do everything I need to do.
That's the thing. Like, it's like I want the ability to take this off my table. I can put more stuff in front of me, like my notebook and everything. I don't have the 2 computers, but I got the printer. I got the 4K camera and all my ghost hunting stuff sitting over here that I like fucking around in my own house with. Bad news. I did download the Firehall. And I watched through a few hours of video that I did there. I did a few hours of audio there.
Sharon.
Nothing came through that. The one thing I could say that I caught maybe for sure, and I'm gonna pull that clip up and send it over to you. I'm just gonna trim it and cut it and send it to you, see what you think.
Okay.
There's 2 clips there where I believe I saw some orbs and it corresponded what was coming through on the ghost tube as well. So I'm gonna send that to you and see what you think.
Okay.
But that's really the only thing I really caught there. Mind you, there was a lot of people in the place. It was very noisy in the place because a lot of people were talking. So,
Yeah. Okay.
uh,
Haunted. Karma.
which,
Dislike.
yeah, it might be haunted. It might not be, but it was definitely a fun
Can you hear
experience
me?
doing it. I enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed doing it with all the people over there as well. I just think we were just a little too chatty, a little too woohoo about everything, and
Yeah.
I might have missed stuff. So because of that. But it was fun. I definitely would do it again. And I still gotta look up. Man, I still want to try. I gotta heal up, man, because I've been itching to try that freaking
Sin.
app thing where you go to weird locations.
Rando nodding.
Randonauting, that's it.
Angel.
So I'm looking into doing that. I just gotta heal up. I'm going without the sling tonight. We'll see how it works. Shoulder's already killing me, so.
Devil.
Oh, and devil, and I'm still coughing from that freaking cold, man.
Yeah, dude, that's gonna linger for a while. It's not going away anytime
Yeah.
soon. So what are you drinking tonight, bro?
Hell.
Well, I'm doing just going with the old classic Guinness here, my all-time favorite beer.
Okay.
Depending on how that goes, I only have 3 of these, so I'll
Doorway.
probably switch back over to the Blue Moons once those are gone. But how about you, man?
Royal.
I saw you with the look like a cup of tea.
I got a hot toddy going.
Hot
So
toddy going, huh?
yeah,
You feel
so
you
it's
got feeling a little down
yeah,
on the health
Brother.
well, I was like, I wanted like something hot, and it was
Yeah.
either going to be something like that or like
Or sake
or
or
something. And I did not want to do sake, and
oh.
not hot anyway. So I have this. It's whiskey.
Keystone. Rituals.
Yeah, it's whiskey, honey, and vanilla extract
Children.
with hot water.
Oh, you use a little vanilla in yours, huh?
Yeah, a little just a
27.
capsule of vanilla extract, and it just gives it just enough sweetness to kind of come in on the back
No
end.
lemon wedge on the top there floating?
No, I don't have any
Okay.
lemon wedges.
Oh, yeah.
Statue.
I guess it's not a wedge, it's a lemon
I want it.
wheel.
I want a cinnamon stick in this is what I want.
Ooh. Oh, that sounds kinda
I
good
think
too.
that'd be
Cinnamon, vanilla, a little bit of honey.
That'd put this right over the top for me.
What
But
do you what kinda you said whiskey? Are you using whiskey?
yeah,
What kind of whiskey are you going
it's
with?
Warm.
it's warm. It's warm whiskey.
It's warm whiskey.
I have to. It's from Cutwater. It's a barrel aged
Oh,
whatever
okay.
whiskey, but it actually comes with the honey flavor and stuff, and I just add a little bit
Oh,
more honey and the vanilla
okay.
extract to it.
Little honey whiskey, okay.
I'll show
Pretty
you I'll show you what I got going down. Here, I'll be right
good.
back.
Dude's like, "All right." Well, Dave's going to look for his hottie toddy whiskey. Don't forget tomorrow night is our normal time. Actually, it's not our normal time. We're going at 7:30 tomorrow. My time, which would be mountain time, 6:30 Pacific and 9:30 Eastern. What is that? Oh yeah, Cutwater whiskey hot toddy. Oh, it's specifically for hot toddies. I like that.
Close.
That's nice. I like that. That's cool.
Larry.
Hot toddy
Where are you?
specific whiskey. I
Second.
like that. That's cool.
Yep. So yeah, it's it does say it's bourbon.
Okay, it's a
So
bourbon whiskey. Okay.
Cutwater bourbon whiskey with honey and other natural flavors. And it
Oh,
just says add hot water and enjoy. So you take a shot of this
yeah.
in 6 ounces of water. So in this case, I did 2 shots with 12
Find
ounces of
me.
water. And I added a little bit more honey
am
and some
Jane.
vanilla extract, and it's pretty nice.
Oh, that sounds yummy. So Dave, the occult of personality, that's the name of the show tonight. So the title kind of gives it away. We're going to be talking everything about the occult tonight.
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of with you. I think during the research and everything and reading a bunch of
Where are
different
you?
stuff,
Dislike.
yes, yours doesn't
Hidden.
like the occult. And yeah, actually, that's kind of funny that you do say hidden there.
Just like hidden. Yeah, I don't.
It's kind of interesting that
Undecided.
the information that's out there about the occult when you read about a bunch of stuff online. And it was kind of different on what I was expecting to read about, considering um, the information that I got when I did the show about religious groups towards the beginning of season 1 when I was doing it all by myself. So it's kind of, I don't know, it's going to be very interesting to see our epiphany moment.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what our epiphany moment is on this episode. So,
Okay.
uh,
Well, first
I'm
first
lost.
things first, I was
Shovel.
I
Witch.
put a couple of banners up to kind of talk about, the definition of occult or what it is.
yeah,
And then for the basic occult definition, it's supernatural, mystical, or magical beliefs, practices, or phenomena,
yes,
Who are you?
which is basically what we talk about.
yeah. That's basically everything we talk about. Yeah,
From Wikipedia, and this is going to be two parts,
Where
but
are
they
you?
say the occult, in the
Follow
broadest
you.
sense, is a category of esoteric supernatural beliefs and practices which generally fall outside the scope of religion and science. And I wanted to point that out. That's where I
I
was
think
like,
I disagree with
oh,
that a little bit, but I do like that statement.
yeah. So this is like, but but like I said, I have a theory that
Yeah.
kind of goes along with that
Okay.
I think might help us get onto that track. Second part is encompassing phenomena involving otherworldly
from here.
agency, such as magic and mysticism and varied spells. It can also refer to supernatural ideas like extrasensory perception and
Julia.
parapsychology.
Parapsychology. Yeah, yeah. Parapsychology is an interesting freaking study as well. But every time I think of parapsychology, I just
Where am
see
I? What
Bill
is the
Murray
date?
on freaking
How do you feel? William.
Ghostbusters electrocuting that poor kid because the chick's hot. Uh, every time. Oh man, did you see what my daughter gave me? Look at this. Look at this. Huge amethyst.
Nice.
Yeah. My Christmas present from my daughter. She
Yeah.
gave me, masonite, a huge tiger's eye, and then I can't remember what this third stone is. She said the name of it, but I can't remember it. And then they all sit on this charging stone. It's going to be kind of hard to see.
Let's bring it in.
It's the light that's there. We go.
Okay, I can kind of see that.
It's got the tree of life built into it and everything. It's a charging stone for your
What
crystal.
is your name?
So
Chaste.
my daughter understands how
Health.
how
No.
quit interrupting me, how charged the house is and wanted to help with that.
The no came from me.
Yeah, no.
No.
No. We ain't fucking with that,
So
no.
to continue with what Wikipedia says, the term occult
Health.
sciences was used in 16th century Europe to refer to astrology, alchemy, and natural magic.
Yes.
The term occultism emerged in the 19th century among figures such as Antoine Court de Gabain, if I pronounced that right.
Yes, you did.
It came to be associated with various French esoteric groups connected to Eliphas Levi and Pappas, and in 1875 was introduced into the English language by esoterical Helena Blatsky.
Heaven.
Blavatsky, that's the name.
Bill would be so proud of me right now with the bottle opener.
I think it would be more like that's about fucking time.
Oh, that's It's kind of interesting that there are how the terminology of the occult and everything came about, going all the way back from the 1600.
Yeah. And I think, and this is kind of where my theory comes in. I think because it says something that is outside the scope of science or religion, but there are things that are
used today that were considered part of the
there
occult.
are things that are science fact now that were viewed as occult back then. And likewise, not all religions have been religions all throughout time. When they were not an actual practice religion and they were just like beliefs, they were viewed as a cult because they weren't a part of something of an organized religion or what was termed as science back then.
Well, and that's the problem I have with that statement is organized religions, doesn't matter what organized religion you choose to believe in, they're all, if you look at everything inside that religion, whether I'm trying not to pick on Christianity here, but I'm going to pick on Christianity a little bit. When people hear the voices of God, or when a burning bush is talking to them, or when Jesus walks on water, these things that are happening, the only way you can explain it would be the occult, but because it's part of an organized religion in Christianity or Catholicism, it's not considered the occult, which I find interesting. It's why is it not still considered the occult just because it's happening inside your religious aspect? And I know that's in segment 2, but it got brought up early.
Yeah, no, and we'll, like I said, we'll get into that. But yeah, I think it's interesting. I think maybe it's because it's an open religion now, but Christianity was not an open religion.
No.
Back when back when all this stuff was happening, when Jesus was around and when the whole Noah's Ark thing and all that stuff, Moses and Christianity wasn't the practice religion back then, so it was viewed as a cult.
Yeah. Catholicism itself was the occult, whereas back then it was the Greeks and the Norse and all them, and paganism and everything that were the practice religions at that time.
Yeah. I mean, and then you go back to things that are true in science now that they didn't think was true back then.
Basic chemistry was considered the occult.
It was alchemy. Yeah. Because you're mixing stuff and making spells and doing, oh my goodness, you can take sodium and water and create an explosion. Oh my God, you must be some kind of magician or something. And then going back to Galileo was the first person to postulate that the earth was round, and people chastised him for it. They called him a cult.
Isaac Newton got called an occultist for his theory of gravity.
Because the apple dropped on his head.
Apple dropped on his head. I mean,
exactly. So just my point being that everything that we can prove now and couldn't have been proved back then was viewed as a cult. And everything that we can't prove now
is
that we can probably prove in the future is viewed as a cult right now.
Yeah. So what happens? What happens when the paranormal, the ghosts and whatever get proven? What happens when you get legitimate proof? Now, mind you, I'm pretty sure I've seen legitimate proof over and over again.
Yeah. But seeing it and then actually getting something fully recorded, no doubt in anyone's mind, actual science fact has not been proven yet. But yeah, no, I know absolutely without a doubt.
Just imagine how that's going to change the views.
Right.
And
now, because
why is Satanism viewed as the occult?
Well, it can't be.
Satanism
It's a
is
religion.
still part of the religious practice of Christianity.
How do you
It's
feel?
You could call it how you will. It's
Yeah.
the yin to the yang, but Satanism is still part of is still part of Catholicism.
Yeah. Satan, it's just believing in the opposite is true.
But
You can't have you can't have God without the devil. You can't have angels without
Leave me
demons.
alone.
I know
Leave me alone.
yeah,
But
Dark.
it is dark.
But the point is, once
Believe.
I don't like, and this goes, if we are not necessarily supposed to view Christianity as a cult now, then I don't believe we should view Satanism as that.
No, we shouldn't.
It's a practiced religion, just like shoot, if you believe in the Jedi religion, it's a practiced religion. It's not a cult. But people are like, really?
Really?
You're not. Come on.
Scientology. I mean,
Scientology,
this is all,
where
I guess
everybody's
we're going into
space.
it's
totally fine. But there are aspects of religion, of every religion.
Why did you come?
For example, reincarnation. Christianity views reincarnation as a cult.
as a
But
cult.
the Hindu religion absolutely believes in it as part of their religion. So at what point is that line crossed? Does that make reincarnation not an occultist practice or an occultist belief? Because one or more religion, there's at least 3 that I know of that believe in reincarnation wholeheartedly as part of their religion.
Yeah.
But Catholics go, no, that's a cult.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. That was me.
Yeah. You have yours turned up louder than mine. That's how I know.
That's a little bit louder.
What year is it?
2023. Holy shit. 2023.
January 3rd of 2023.
Yeah. Interesting.
Here tomorrow.
I know that's
here tomorrow. We'll be doing our episode 1 of season 3.
Episode 1, season 3.
Thank you for putting that out there. Goes to
Ireland. Looking into Ireland. Yeah.
Yeah.
Appreciate you. Goes to.
Gonna be kissing the Blarney tomorrow night.
Yeah, that's right.
William.
All right.
I guess I'll have to go get some more Guinness.
I've got something specific for tomorrow night.
I don't know.
It is not an Irish beer, but it's something that I've been really wanting to have again because I've only had it once. And found it. And so yeah, I'll be drinking that.
See if I can find some Killian's Red or something.
Yeah. This is it's a Dutch beer, but
okay.
It comes in those special bottles that open like the old soda cans.
Yep.
With the lids, so they're really cool bottles. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be drinking tomorrow night.
I'm hiding.
So the occult in everyday life, as we see it today, and how people use it.
How do you feel?
These practices in everyday life,
Flame.
whether knowingly or unknowingly.
Yes.
So let's talk the unknowingly practices in everyday life.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think this was part of segment 2 that we were going to do, but yeah, let's freeform and just
segment 1.
I don't think so. Not the way I wrote it.
I wrote it on segment 1. That's why maybe we shouldn't drink when we do that.
When we do the pregame.
Okay, well, what do you have a segment?
Good. Well, that sounds great. Okay, you did talk about it, and then we were going to move it to section 2.
That's right. Okay, hold on,
Jackie.
Oh, just whoop right
Jackie.
there. We're done. All right.
No, let's do it. Let's get into it. I don't care. Let's go. I was just saying,
we got 3 hours to talk about this.
We got 3 hours to talk about this. So yeah, I mean, so what do you think, unknowingly, that we do that is an occult practice or that people would view as a cult? I mean, our belief in the paranormal and stuff aside.
Yeah. I'm just thinking like
what
normal average
normal layperson does, even unconsciously, that could be viewed as a cult, as an occult practice or an occult belief.
Ooh.
I'm going.
I've got one that's really kind of stuck in my craw a little bit.
Because I think I think taking basic medicine is part of an occult practice that has long died out that was considered the occult that people take every day. Like me taking my allergy pill every day is
Where?
would be considered an occult practice back a long time ago
Necklace.
Oh, heck yeah.
Here.
that people don't even understand. That I think
Harm.
I think saying I think
Immune.
every time
Not.
someone sneezes
Poison.
and someone says "Gesundheit" or "bless
Or
you"
Garden.
bless you.
is an
Well,
unthought about an occult practice.
yeah, it's absolutely thought of as an occult practice because originally, if you sneezed, they thought you were
Asylum.
possessed by a demon. So you'd get
Exactly.
blessed to expel the demon out. That's what,
How do you feel?
that's what the sneeze was all about back then. They thought,
Yeah.
"Oh, you must be possessed." Or,
Devil's
in
trying to
this
come out.
case, nowadays though, you must have COVID if you
Yeah.
sneeze. Loses their mind,
It's just allergies,
Hell.
folks.
which I guess is the same thing. COVID, the occult, it kind of matches. Um,
What's
but
the one that's got you in the crawl there? That
superstitions.
superstitions, and everybody's got them.
And everybody's
Like
got
not
them.
doing laundry on January 1st.
Yeah. Well, my dad's got this weird one that he did, and it was like we were talking because we'll go over there on Sundays for dinner. I always
Yeah.
make dinner for him, and Sunday being
Bloody.
the first.
The 1st, yeah.
So we were there, and my dad's like, "So I ate my black-eyed peas today." And
What?
I go, what the fuck's that about? Is that some kind of euphemism for you jacked off or something? What does that mean? And he goes, no, he goes, if you eat black-eyed peas on January 1st, you'll have good luck for the year. I have never heard of this.
I have never heard of that. That's a good one.
Rituals.
Where's my black-eyed peas?
And I'm
So-
not talking about the dudes that are singing with
And I'm
Fergie.
not talking about because well, he goes, yeah, I ate my black-eyed peas,
Stop
and I said, well,
recording.
tonight must be a good night. He didn't get that joke.
No.
And I said, the Black Eyed Peas are a band. And he goes, they're a band? And I go, yeah, this is in one of their songs is Tonight's Gonna Be a Good Night. And he goes, oh, no, that's not what that's about.
That's not what I'm talking about at all.
That's not, you're totally wrong. I'm like, okay. So yeah, but apparently, yeah, you eat Black Eyed Peas as your first meal when you wake
Yeah.
up. First meal you eat.
First
On
meal you
January
eat
1st.
black-eyed peas.
Black-eyed peas. And you're supposed to have good luck for the year. And I'm thinking, that
Round.
sounds occult to me.
That's
That sounds like that's a belief that's beyond science, that is beyond religion.
yeah.
That's what a superstition is, and things like that, like not opening your umbrella inside. That's
Yeah.
something that I still do, and it's subconsciously. I
like not
make sure my
taking your
umbrella is
tree
closed.
down until after the 1st.
Right.
Leave me alone.
Not doing laundry
Run.
on January 1st, because if you do that, you'll wash away a family member. In other words, they will pass away and die.
Oh,
Hidden.
hidden.
Again. Yeah, which is
when,
actually a meaning
the
of the occult,
step on
meaning
your
the
crack,
hidden.
break your mother's back thing. It's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I still to this day will try to avoid cracks in the sidewalk when I
I
walk.
still this day will not split poles.
I won't go under ladders. It's
Yeah.
just, but it's not that I believe in this superstition. I don't believe it's going to happen. But it's just subconsciously, I don't do it.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Somewhere in there, it's just like,
Somewhere in there,
nah,
it's
not even gonna
ingrained,
test
and
it.
it's a belief.
Yeah.
And it's not normal. It doesn't actually
Niece.
happen. If you break a mirror, you don't legitimately get 7 years bad luck. But people are afraid to break mirrors because that's
Get
what
me.
they've always been told.
Yeah. Coming to get you. Shit.
So superstitions, that's my pet peeve.
Superstition,
And it started
that's
with the Black Eyed Peas the other night, and I was like, Black Eyed Peas, what the hell?
That's a first. I've never heard of that one. That's good. I like
Yeah.
that.
I didn't know that either, but yeah,
Now
my
I'm gonna have to
my
eat
dad
black
just
eyed
blurted out.
peas.
I made stew and pizza and stuff, and my dad's like, "Ate my black eyed peas today," and I was like, Okay, tonight's gonna be a good night. I mean, I had no idea what that was about, but yeah, he explained it to me. If you eat black-eyed peas for your first meal on January 1st, so when you first get up in the morning, the first thing you eat, black-eyed peas.
Wow. Like before coffee.
What is your
Yeah,
name?
well, I don't know if a beverage counts. I think you can
I
probably
like
have
you.
coffee. Or in my case, tea, but
yeah. Oh, that's
Peaceful.
interesting. I've never heard of that one, but
yeah, stuff like that. Would you think that could be
that's very
served as a cult because it's out of the scope of religion or science?
Yeah, superstitions themselves are out of the scope of religion or science. So it definitely falls into the occult category, which no one, again, is an unknown occult practice that probably 90% of people do.
I still say you shouldn't have put that in the dictionary.
I just wanted to give it some flavor.
This guy's not listening to me.
Asshole. Yeah, because I know I'll answer to it.
Yeah, because you're like, bitch.
Is what mine? This bottle opener? This bottle opener is mine.
Surgeon.
Why? Why? Because, well, I need it to open my beer.
Heart attack. Niece.
That's not good. No,
Dorothy.
good one. I like that one. But I think everybody taking medicine every single day is literally unknowingly falling into an occult practice.
Okay. Let me ask you this. So back in the day, before we had all these medicines that we take, what did they do for allergies?
Fight.
No, they didn't fight. They did something else. But
no,
before they had allergy medicines and whatnot to, help yourself with this, it was okay, eat some oranges, or here's some ginger root, or whatever. They would make some kind of concoction to cure your cold.
To cure the cold,
and
or
that was normal back then. And could that now be an occult practice?
That's the funny part. When you go into what do they call it? Homeopathic remedies now?
That's exactly where I was going.
Beverly.
Homeopathic remedies are now, it's kind of flip-flopped, where homeopathic remedies nowadays are considered an occult practice because it's not using science to cure you.
Asshole.
Asshole. 2 for 2. Well, and alongside of that, people who do not believe in vaccinations.
Jennifer.
Is that an occult practice?
Well, there's
not certain vaccinations, but I mean just in general.
Yeah.
Nobody.
No, I'm just thinking about, because
Shiver. How do you feel?
You have this one guy that put out an article that vaccinations created autism in your kids and everything like that.
Niece.
And it really, I think it really put a big bad taste in people's mouth, where people became anti-vaxxers and everything like that for the kids, for polio and all that good stuff. Which was completely wrong. I mean, the guy even came out and said he was completely wrong about it. But people still believe in what that guy said, even though he stated,
even though he recanted,
he recanted and said he was completely wrong about it. People still believe in what this guy said. And then you have the religious aspect people. There's a lot of
there are religious beliefs that do not believe in any
nothing
type
no, you can't even, the doctor can't save you. The only person that can save you is God. I mean, you get shot in your heart, or stomach, you're just gonna die because the doctor can't save you. Only God can. And so you have those aspects too with the anti-vaxxers. And I'm not talking about the COVID stuff, because it's not a vaccine, folks. That's not a vaccine. Vaccines cure stuff. Like polio vaccine was a vaccine. Smallpox vaccine was a vaccine. It cured that. The reason it's coming back is because people are not taking the vaccinations. COVID, on the other hand, I know people have taken 7 booster shots and are still getting COVID. So and that's not a vaccine.
No, the COVID vaccine,
Like
for lack of a better word, is not a vaccine.
it's not a vaccine. Like the flu shot is not a
it helps you
vaccine.
resist it.
Yes, like the flu shot. It's not a
Exactly.
vaccine.
It makes it so it's not as bad as it could be.
And I think the advertisement for those shots were bad.
Ground.
They should never have called it a vaccine, because it
No.
does not cure COVID.
Yeah.
All it does is relieve the symptoms and give you a little better resistance from getting it, even though I don't understand.
They should just
necessarily-
call it, because they call it the flu
Run.
shot.
Yeah.
They should just call it a COVID
Randy.
shot. It's not.
Yes, not they shouldn't call it a
It's
vaccine.
not an immunization.
Wrong.
It's not a
No.
vaccination. It's just okay. We're gonna try to help a little bit.
Yeah.
So the next time you do get it, it don't kill you. That's
My whole thing about, I mean, don't get me wrong. I didn't want the shot. I had to get it for work. And the only thing I was worried about it is it got produced way too fast to do any type of studying on it to see what the long-term effects were.
well. That's
Grandmother.
the thing. I did some research on that because the COVID virus.
Leave
not
me
that we're
alone.
completely going on a tangent here,
Yeah.
but the COVID virus is actually a derivative of SARS.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they
yeah.
had been working on a vaccine for
How old are
SARS
you?
for 20 years. So all they did was adapt that
Yeah.
to COVID.
Yeah.
So they just kind of went, "Oh, well, here's a plate of
Closer.
muffins. Will this help? I don't know. Let's change the muffins to blueberry and then we'll." So that's why it only took them 2 years to come up with something.
Yeah.
What
But
happened?
now they've got like variants and variants and variants because
Well, it's a virus, so
it's a virus, so it's going to mutate. It's going to
just
do
like
shit.
the flu.
Yeah, instead of, okay.
No.
Yeah. So, but with the anti-vaccinations, I believe it to be a cultist.
I believe people can view it as a cultist, and I believe that
Where is it?
I can
don't
see both
I
sides
don't
of the coin there.
it can go
Annoying.
either way
Where?
because the scientific community says vaccinate. If you're
Yeah.
not vaccinating, then that's not right. So that does take it out of the scope of science, but not
Yeah.
necessarily religion.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just
I
throw it out there. Does that,
I am in
something like that?
pain.
Because you were talking about taking medications every day
Side.
Yeah.
being an occult
Be
practice.
careful.
Yeah.
Likewise, would taking or not taking vaccinations be the same way?
I can see how it can be viewed on both sides, whether it be occult or non-occult, because it is very scientific.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you look at the religious aspects of not doing it, it could be considered occultish.
Yeah.
And so I can see both sides of there. All right. So what
So
about known occult habits affecting people's everyday life?
Asshole.
I think she knew where I was gonna go.
Gym.
No, he's not going to the gym.
I'm not going to the gym. I haven't been to the gym in a long time. But no, I was gonna say Christmas.
Every single day, and that's
Chair.
Halloween,
Halloween, yeah.
Easter.
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's.
Yeah.
Ooh, Valentine's Day. Is it?
I think so.
Maybe.
I think so. How about Easter?
Easter, definitely.
But I mean, but if you think
Vincent.
about it, because like I said, all these,
Do not.
Christianity-based holidays are taken from
Rituals.
actual pagan
Yeah.
rituals.
Prisoner.
yes,
So the whole practice of Christmas
Gate.
was for the conversion of
was for the conversion
Dress.
of pagans into Christianity. So they took
yeah,
an occult practice and
Yes.
adapted it to their religion.
yeah. They did the same thing with Easter.
Yeah.
Easter was a celebration, a ritual of new beginnings and birth.
Yeah.
and
So
and fertility.
They made it Jesus' resurrection. Oh, Jesus is alive. Quick, hide the eggs. So that didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But
I get
but
it.
yeah, it's a symbol because yeah, it usually happens around the spring equinox,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah, it's the
rebirth
rebirth. Yeah.
and life and renewal and
Fertility. Yeah.
fertility and yeah.
Did.
Um, so it's just it cracks me up. So yeah, a lot of these that we just think is
Marie.
normal
48.
Yeah.
is actually it is
An occult
actually an
practice.
occult practice.
Now, would you clarify or classify those
Nathan.
as unknown or known
Abused.
practices of everyday life?
Well, they're known practices of everyday life, but I don't know
But
if everybody knows they're from
an
the
occult.
occult.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, come on, it's been said enough to where, unless you got blinders on,
Yeah. No.
you
I
know where Christmas came from. Because
I mean,
I'm sorry, Jesus was born in
I
July.
read okay, when we did the Christmas episode, I
Pilot.
read a direct quote from the first pope who decided to make December 25th Christ's birthday.
Yeah,
The direct quote that
Who is
he
she?
wrote.
yeah. And we needed to pray for forgiveness was what we were told.
Stating that, well, we know he's not born on this day, but we're going to use this day for
Yeah.
conversion
That's why
of
I went with the
Christmas
shirt.
into Christianity. Yeah.
That's
So
why I went with the shirt.
it's interesting. It's interesting.
Yeah.
uh
Okay.
no,
So
I
do you
think
have another example of a known
so
occult practice that people
I
do?
think a known practice,
Stop
I
recording.
think I would have to
Start.
go into what we do
Finish.
every week. What
Stop recording.
Ghost Adventures crew do every day, what Cindy Kaza does every single day of her life, what Shane Pittman does every single, what Sean Austin and Ralph Sarchi do every single day of their life, even though they have the religious aspects of what they do is not part of a religious aspect.
Horrible.
To have mediumship, to be able to talk to spirits,
Yeah.
is not a
Who is
religious
she?
practice. It is actually considered an occult practice.
Yeah.
But
Anything
they're all
parapsychology
every
is what
single
they're
person I just talked about, though, is very, very
very, very religious.
religious.
Yeah. I mean,
So
especially Ralph
they
Sarchi and Sean Austin.
know they're using these occult practices, but yet they're still using it for their religious aspects of their life.
Yeah.
So I think that's a known thing. Like us, I mean, what
So
we
they
do
know
every
that.
single week.
Real.
Real, exactly. What we do every week.
Ooh,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
I don't know what you're looking at. Oh, he's moving. Must be food.
No, it's not food.
Electric. Do not.
Oh,
It's Black Adam on 4K with
What
what?
do you hear?
Who got you that? Your
my
boy
wife
must be
got
over.
me that. She loved me.
Who, your mama got you that?
Yeah, my wife got me that.
What?
Do you want to play?
Yes, I do.
And just to be off topic, loved that fucking movie.
I enjoyed it. I
I
gotta
love
say,
that
it's
movie.
one
I
of
thought it was
my
great.
favorites from DC. The CGI on
I
it, great.
can't wait for them to actually put that and Shazam together. I think that's going to be phenomenal.
Run.
Run. Yeah. Well, it's funny because I was talking to my daughter about that, and I was like, Black Adam is Shazam.
Yeah. Just a
She's
different,
like,
he just
she's like,
a
what? And
different,
I'm like, you did the lightning bolt and the whole Shazam thing. You
yeah.
didn't get that?
So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Are they realigning Shazam
Why
with the
am I
actual
here?
comic books then?
Hello.
That's what I think. They're totally revamping the DC extended universe.
Because like if you watch the original Shazam that came out, it was way off the comic book storyline. But if you watch Black Adam, it goes more with the DC comic lines.
Torturer.
And I know the Shazam 2,
William.
it does seem like there's a comic book connection to it, but I haven't followed Shazam enough to know for sure.
Yeah.
But I do
So
know I do know that Michelle Yeoh's in it, and I'm really happy about that.
But
Yeah.
Anyway, getting back to the occult. Okay. Here's something.
Okay.
Comic books.
Okay. All right. Comic books. What do you got? What do you got?
Do you think comic books are occult
Christian.
or not? And likewise,
Cupboard.
role-playing games. I know Dungeons and Dragons, when I was a kid, that was viewed as a cult. Like
that was all over the place. Us growing up with Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh my goodness, it was horrible.
We were considered Satan worshippers playing that game.
Yeah, the Harry Potter books are viewed as a cult.
Yeah,
when they first came out.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you listen to your quarterback, now on Denver Broncos, Mr. Russell Wilson,
He's not my quarterback anymore.
SpongeBob SquarePants is the occult. So,
what did he say was a cult?
SpongeBob.
Oh, okay. Oh, I believe that. But I thought you said spandex, and I was laughing. Spandex is a cult. Spandex is a privilege, not a right. I just want to say that.
that is fact, and I do not have that privilege.
No, me neither. Ooh.
Far away.
So
far away.
comic books as the occult.
Well, if you think about it, like the
I can definitely see how people consider role playing an occult practice. I can see how people could see that,
especially with the Dungeons and Dragons, with the demons and the monsters and stuff like that. Just playing role-playing games in general is viewed as an occult practice. But yeah, what about comic books? And then what about comic books that have demonic focus and things like that? Could that be viewed as a cult? I think,
where am I?
Well, the fact that Thor is in Loki or
Bloody.
comic books would be an occultist
practice. That's Norse mythology.
Yeah.
So,
but that's based off if you're speaking to a Christian.
Apologize.
If you're speaking to a pagan or Germanic pagan or someone from a Sutru, you wouldn't think about that. But that's interesting. I never thought about comic books as being an occult practice.
Yeah.
Rituals.
Rituals.
But I can see if they consider like Harry Potter part of the occult.
Yeah.
That
I got into a spirited debate about Harry Potter and
I bet
with another parent, and
missing.
I was like, I laid in. I was like, oh no. I says this is, and it's because they teach magic, and I'm like, that's not about the magic is the background. It's not. It's to get the child interested by showing, oh hey, we do spells. But no, it's about teaching, children coming of age and how to deal with life in general.
Yeah.
But yeah, I won't read Harry Potter to my kids because it's a cult. And I was like, what?
Goodbye.
What do you mean they teach magic? I didn't see one spell in there I could use.
I tried them. I couldn't unlock a fucking door. I couldn't make anything. I tried.
I made my own wand and everything.
And click and no, nothing helped.
Nothing.
I went and looked for mandrake root. It didn't scream at me.
Nope.
Tastes really bad, but
I thought it was gonna be more like ginger. I was wrong.
No, it was definitely more like Marianne.
Yeah.
Night.
Welcome to our 3-hour tour.
Welcome to our 3-hour tour. Yeah.
Okay. So anything else that you believe, people knowingly do that is a cult that people knowingly, is known that it's a cult. Just
What is
normal
happening?
people,
I don't
not
know.
mediums, not extra large,
Um,
Boring.
just regular everyday Joes. They do something and they go, "Oh, I
Fire.
know this is outside of religion,"
Ray.
or and some of it's like, "Oh, and throwing salt over your shoulder." That's another superstition thing, but
yeah,
I think they knowingly know that
Realm.
that's
they
not real,
know. Yeah.
but they
Um,
do
Castle.
it anyway. Black Eyed Peas.
Rat.
Black Eyed Peas. That's a good one. I think. I think kind of what you think about what
Not.
people do in everyday life, you can kind of all put it towards superstitions, which of course is a. I think it's an unknowingly practice
Yeah.
of the occult, but I think some people do understand that it is a practice of the occult.
Home. White. Thank you. Where am I?
I don't know.
You're welcome. All I got out of that one was thank you. But yeah, is it? I don't know. Uh, in a nutshell, I think anybody can view anything else as a cult if they don't think it's believable.
I think anybody can view anything as the occult if it doesn't align with their
If it doesn't
religious
align with
How
their
are
practice,
you?
beliefs, if they're like, no, if
with
somebody
their
like,
beliefs. Yeah,
there are still people on this
I think
globe, there's
people
still
that
people
are,
on this planet that believe the Earth is flat.
yeah.
So are they the occultists now, or are we still the occultists? And I
Well,
think
it definitely
it's
doesn't
all
Angry.
about
align with
perspective.
science.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's all about perspective. If they believe that the Earth is flat, then we're all occultists
Okay.
because we still believe the Earth is
Earth
round.
is round.
But if we're
So
talking, okay, scientific fact says that
the
the Earth
Earth
is
is
flat.
round.
Father.
We've gone all the way around it.
So does that make them the occultist
Time.
for believing
A
something that's
long time
outside
ago.
the scope of science or religion, or are they just dumb? Or is it ignorance? Is it just ignorance because they don't know better?
I would say ignorance. I don't want to necessarily call anybody stupid or dumb or anything
Cold.
like that for what they believe in. But I
Yeah.
will call them ignorant.
Yeah.
Behind you.
That's
Smack!
you. That's you. That was
That
you.
was me. That was me.
Agreed.
Second, there's nobody behind me. I literally have like this much room before my shelf.
Oh, wow. So it's
What happened to me?
I'm pretty sure you died.
somehow you died
Um,
some way
so
Torture.
torture.
by a torturer. That's not
This was something I grabbed
How does it work?
from a
God.
website, and it
Statue.
says the
Soon.
working definition of occult: the occult is a body of science which is not widely known to the general population, consisting of hidden knowledge about the workings of the human psyche and the laws of nature, both seen, physical laws, and unseen, spiritual laws. So I wanted to close out our first hour with that.
I can't, that's a good one.
Hospital.
That's a good one.
Be
But-
careful.
But you notice our within all these definitions, there's just this huge gray area
Big, huge gray area.
that you can play around with and go, okay, so how far do we overlap? At what point do we go, okay, I believe, for example, I believe in the paranormal, absolutely.
Absolutely.
But I know
Can you hear
it has
me?
to be viewed as an occult practice because it can't be proven scientifically.
But can it?
Not
That's
yet.
my thing. That's my
Not
thing
definitively.
about
No,
the paranormal.
I don't think it can be.
Is
I
when
think
you catch an
I think-
EVP using a microphone that was created by science to catch things unheard of by the actual physical ear, and you catch something, is that not science proven that you're catching something
Amazing.
that is not there?
I think so, but the vast majority doesn't.
And
There's
that's weird.
it's
I'm not-
just
let's
not.
leave it right there. Let's
I
leave it
I
right
think
there.
I think
Uh,
I'm with you. I'm picking up what you're putting down, but I think until We're talking closed minds now.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
I'm
like,
right, you're
okay,
wrong.
I'm going to call out your cousin
Yeah.
before we go to break. I'm going to call out your cousin
Okay.
because
All right.
of his vast disbelief in Bigfoot.
Huge discipline.
Okay. Unless a Bigfoot walks up to him and slaps him in the face with his junk, he is
He's
never going to believe that Bigfoot is real. He is never going, that is always going to be an occult belief to him
yeah.
because he's
Four.
he's got to have it like right in his face.
Right in his face. Yeah.
Harry and the
Leave him
Hendersons needs to
alone.
be right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any
You
of this
gotta
is
have
going to be like, how much have I had to drink?
Sure.
Ian grabs the dog.
Innocent.
Whoop.
I'm going because I've seen ghosts.
Amber.
I've
them.
talked to them. I have
Gregory.
Heard them. Talked to
felt
them.
emotions. I have gotten them to pass on.
I felt them.
I've felt them, and
Laughing.
and then along that line,
Yeah.
Josh believes in that.
Yeah.
Am I dead?
But he
Please.
doesn't
But-
believe in
But he
Bigfoot.
doesn't believe in Bigfoot.
Believes in Loch Ness.
He believes in
Doesn't
not
believe in
Loch
Bigfoot.
Ness, but not Bigfoot. So
Innocent.
And there's a whole lot better pictures of Bigfoot than there are of Loch Ness.
exactly, I've got, but okay, could it be a man in a gorilla suit? Sure, but it's not.
But it's not. Yeah.
But you can't prove that definitively to him without
Yeah.
that
you.
right being in his face. And I think a lot of people are going. I mean, the vast majority is going to be like that. It's getting more and more where people are believing that this stuff is real. EVPs,
Strange.
stuff we catch on camera,
Yeah.
furniture moving, things like that. But there's still a measure of fake stuff out there that gives people doubt.
Why don't you do me something?
I'm
me a favor.
going angry.
I want you to watch a show called The Gray Man on Amazon Prime.
I was gonna say if it's on Netflix, I've already seen it. But that was a
No, different Gray Man. That was really good though, too. That was a really good movie. But watch that on Amazon Prime. I think it's in New Zealand. I can't remember if it's in Australia or New Zealand, but I believe it's in New Zealand, not Australia. But check that out. And it is literally considered the best physical evidence caught on tape ever.
Okay.
So watch that. You'll love that. So I'm gonna leave you with that.
Throat.
Speaking of which, Rich Turner fan 77, he is a huge Bigfoot guy.
Hospital.
He's got some stuff that we talked about last night that I'm like, okay, well, if we do a Bigfoot show, I want you on it.
We do got the cryptid show coming up on episode 2 of season 3. So
but we haven't decided what we're gonna do.
Haven't decided what we're gonna do on that yet. That's gonna be part of the
Closed.
pregame that we're gonna end up doing. So
Closed.
All right.
Let's take a quick break.
I need some more hot toddy.
I need a pee and I need nicotine and I need to grab beer because I'm 3 in and that third one's almost gone. So I'm gonna grab some more beer, have a smoke, use the
Heart
restroom.
attack.
We'll be right back. Enjoy the creepy music. And just stay with us.
Heaven. Not. Chair. James. Hot. Where? Okay. Where? Guilty. Coffin. Blood. Where? Maybe. Hot.
I am back. John is not back yet.
All righty.
Are you a friend?
Yeah, I think I'm a friend.
Peaceful.
I'm usually peaceful.
Usually peaceful.
I just want to point out I beat you back, and then I realized I forgot my beer.
Actually, I beat you back, and then I realized that I didn't get my books and stuff. So I had to go out and get my books and come back.
Your
And then I was
books?
Sin.
Yeah.
Oh, Dave's got books.
I've got props.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I've got props for our second segment.
Yeah, that is right. So if you're just joining us and listening, I see my auntie gave us a like on Facebook. I love my auntie. Yeah, I love family love. We are talking about the occult tonight. We've been having a pretty good discussion on everyday life in the occult, the meaning of the occult. We've even touched in on some religious aspects of the occult.
Sorry.
Which was supposed to be second with everyday life. What we didn't talk about though in the first segment though, Dave, before we really get into more here is the good versus
what
bad
is happening?
Of the occult. And that's kind of hard.
What date is it?
I guess the easiest way to explain good versus bad when you think about the occult is the user.
Yeah.
Screen.
Just like just like viewing something is about perspective. It's about one person's opinion, whether something's a cult or not. Occult practices are not good or evil.
Yeah, they're completely neutral. It's all based off on what you're using it for.
Exactly. It's all about the user. And because a lot of what is termed as a cult has to deal with nature.
Yeah. Ooh, hit a signal over there.
Yeah, you had a little hiccup. I don't know if that was you or me, but you froze for a little bit. And you're still freezing.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because like my Wi-Fi signal is great, but yet the signal for the stream is low. And now we're back to normal. Okay, there we go. So really, I mean, depending on. All right, Dave, you talk. He's still there.
Hey,
Dave.
shut up. Dave wants to talk. No. But yeah, it's how that occult practice is used that makes it good or evil. It's just like the saying guns don't kill people, people kill people. It's the same thing. A gun is not good or bad.
No, a gun is just a tool.
Spells are not good or bad. I'm going to go as far as say Satanism is not good or bad. It's not necessarily evil.
No,
It's just a
it's how
belief.
it's
It's
used.
just a belief in a different deity. It's how it's used. And
Nice.
I can name a few Catholics off the top of my head that I think are pretty evil. So it's not about
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of
it's not about the religion, it's not about the occult, it's about the person practicing that makes it good or bad, what they're using
yeah,
it for.
I
Sinner.
wow, the stream signal is what's going crazy because my Wi-Fi signal is great.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's weird. It was doing it to me last night. Actually,
Talk to
almost
me.
signed me off a couple times, and I was like, "What the
Who
heck?"
is
But
he?
I thought it was
What date
my
is it?
I thought it was my
Turn it
Wi-Fi
off.
signal. My Wi-Fi signal was good,
Emma.
but
Yeah.
my internet signal was it was like, "Oh, your connection's unstable," and I was like, "Oh, okay."
Children.
Well, but I had a
Yeah.
storm rolling in too, so
Oh, yeah.
kind of
That's
made sense.
interesting. Yeah,
I'm hiding.
it's like if you think about the people that we like to follow.
Convicted. Asshole.
That's
Please.
4. That's 4
We got
times.
4 assholes tonight.
4 assholes tonight.
Wow. You know, it's not using the other one, so I'm okay.
Rest in peace.
I'm
I'm
waiting for
leaving.
son of a bitch to
Julia.
come through. That's son of a bitch.
Steven.
But I think I don't know. I think it's exactly what we're just saying. It's all dependent on the user and what they're using their practices for. Um, and just because I love this woman as a medium, I'm gonna point out Cindy Kaza, who uses her practices for
Angel.
nothing but good to help people
Mhm.
and things like that. Dana Newkirk, again, another one that uses nothing but her practices, but for good.
Yep.
Actually, she's very neutrality in all of her practices, actually. But it those are just a couple names I want to throw off there, just as good examples of the occult practices of being good.
Frightened.
Yeah.
Um, and I know I might get a little flack for this, but I think one that we're talking about when we had our medium show was Chip Coffee, where I believed he was using his in a bad way in an exploitation of certain people.
Yeah.
Horrible.
I'm
Horrible.
not saying he's not a medium. I just think he was using it in a bad way. That's
Yeah.
all.
Scared.
I don't know if he's changed his ways with that, but I hope he has.
I can't.
Because I think he is gifted, and
Snake.
I think he can be a good practitioner of occult
Christian.
practices, but it's.
Son.
I show you this.
Tombstone.
Dad.
Do you I hear you.
Yeah.
Rip.
Show me that.
4.
At the pregame.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's I think the question of good or evil or good or bad is a simple answer. It's all dependent on the user.
Yeah.
Because I believe the
Portal.
occult practices themselves are completely neutral.
Absolutely.
So, with that said, I believe part of our second segment here is about the actual practice of the occult. What types of practices there are the occult with the rituals and
Church.
whatnots and I don't necessarily want to call them powers, but
Angel.
what would you call those? That's a bad word for them. I don't like calling them that. Talents
Worried.
or because there are practices in ritualisms. That's not a word. Rituals.
That's better.
The beer's kicking in, Dave.
Okay.
Rituals, practices,
Not.
and innate abilities. I like that. Innate abilities
Fool. I'm
that are considered the occult.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what our second segment is going to be about. And I think that kind of goes with part of being good or bad. And I kind of like the fact that we didn't really talk about that in the first segment because, like Dave, you got your props.
I got some props, and this is just stuff that I have.
Like me believing in this giant amethyst my daughter gave me, and this stone, quartz. That's all quartz stone. That with the tree of life, the charging stone. That is actually considered an occult practice.
Yeah.
And I'm a firm believer in stones. I believe they do protect me. My favorite, of course, will always be the tiger's eye. She gave me this huge tiger's eye.
Goodbye.
I love it. Not a crack in there either. I love it. Not yet, anyways.
Not yet,
Gregory.
But that's an occult practice.
Yeah.
False.
But I use it. I don't necessarily use them anymore. I used to carry a bag of stones with me at all times.
What year is it?
I like having this here with me during the show because it is a form of protection from the things that come through while we're talking, and having the ghost tube running in the doorway inside my house and things like that. So it is a good protection. The mirrors, I'm actually getting ready to put symbols on every single mirror in the house to keep things from going in and out of them. There's certain things that I'm going to be doing to help protect this house to make people in my house feel more safe. I personally, you know me, welcome it. I'm a welcome.
How are you?
I've been dealing being a magnet for the paranormal for so long. I just welcome all this stuff, but there's people in my house that don't necessarily like it.
I have the same problem.
So I'm gonna try and do more to make them more comfortable. But again, everything that I'm doing to make them more comfortable, even though I'm using it for good, is still considered an occult practice.
And I just happen to have a screen grab of protective symbols.
Oh, did you grab one?
Yeah, I did.
Yes, you did.
So
the pentacle, not to be confused with the pentagram.
Pentagram, and you can tell because the
star is
up instead down. Yeah. The solar cross, the Mars sign, the Hamza, the Eye of Horus, Triquerta, whatever the hell that is. Triquerta.
Gotta roll that R.
That's that at the end is
ruffles have ridges.
Bendrune,
yeah.
hexagram of Solomon,
yeah,
and the cross spears. So those are all
the hexagram of Solomon looks very close to the Star of David. I'm just saying.
It sure does.
The cross spears, which is really funny. If you look at every single one of those symbols, those actually are a religious aspect of every single one of those is a whole different religion.
Yeah.
Like the Mars sign, that's very Greek. Bendrune is Germanic pagan. Pinnacle is your Wiccan aspects and druids. Hamasa is Indian in nature. Eye of Horus is Egyptian religious mythos. They're all different types of religious symbols there.
Yep.
I love it. I love that. But they're all considered protective symbols as well. The hexagram of Solomon, I didn't realize as because I've always said that read that as the Star of David. I didn't really I've never read the hexagram of Solomon. So I'm gonna have to look if that is part of the actual Jewish culture with the hexagram of Solomon. I'd have to look into that. But those are all very much religious symbols, not just protective symbols. So I love that. I like that you got that screen grab.
Yeah. Also grabbed this.
Ooh, these are pagan symbols. Yeah.
Pagan symbols.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
and of course, you've got, most of the stuff, kind of understand. I need to, if I zoom in on it, there we go. That's better. So you got the triple moon, which is the symbol of the goddess, the maiden, mother, and crone. depicted in the lunar cycle.
Yeah, the horn god.
The pentagram or pentacle is used to invoke or banish forces.
Board.
Each point represents one of the 5 elements.
Yep.
The horn god is the symbol of the masculine aspect of the divine.
Andrew.
The horn god and the triple goddess are equal and opposite in polarity.
Oh, they are the yin and the yang of each other.
Exactly. And then you have the witch's knot. This is one that I wasn't familiar with. The witch's knot is a protection symbol of folk magic.
Yeah.
It stands for the not magic practiced by witches.
You should hear my ghost tube going off. It's like in the occult dictionary right now.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the witch's knot is a protective symbol for the Wiccan that practice not magic. So there's actually a magic of knots, of creating knots.
Rituals. Yeah.
The wheel of the year, the cycle of the seasons, which serves as a calendar for Wiccans. The seasons are marked by 8 holidays called Sabbats.
Yep.
And then, of course, the Ankh is the ancient Egyptian hieroglyph that represents the word life.
Yeah. Also still used today in Christianity.
Yeah. The Hecate's wheel shows the labyrinth serpent, which represents rebirth, surrounding a spiral as a symbol of the emanations of divine thought.
Undecided. Tombstone.
The unicursal hexagram is a 6-pointed star used for invoking and banishing, typically associated with the Golden Dawn.
Yeah, which is...
Remember that one?
Yeah.
'Cause I've got something about them.
Yeah.
The triskelion or triskele is a symbol used mainly by groups with a Celtic cultural orientation.
Run.
It may have been an ancient solar symbol.
It's actually going to be a tattoo that I'm putting on my body, a part of a tattoo that I'm putting on my body.
And it also has a triquetra or trinity knot, represents triplicity in Wicca, symbol of the law of the threefold return, or the circle of life, death, and rebirth. And then the spirals have been the primary goddess symbols.
Rest in peace.
Ancient times. They represent the divine, and I am all covered right now.
Basement.
They represent the divine feminine, the movement of creation and power.
And then the solar cross has been used by many different cultures and is probably the oldest religious symbol in the world.
Oh, wow. Wow. Interesting.
Device.
I like that. That's good stuff right there.
So I thought you'd like that, bro.
That's a good screen grab. It's interesting that how those were all considered good, right? They're all considered good. But if you look into every single one of those symbols, and even as you're reading them, they all have religious aspects to them, but they're all still considered part of the occult, which is really weird because when you look at the definitions that we talked about at the beginning, the occult is the things that can't be explained through religious or scientific fact. So are they really occult, or are they religious aspects? Or is religious aspects and the occult one and the same? I
think at one point anything religious was viewed as a cult. But now it's like, oh, it's religion now, because more than whatever the number is that makes something go from being an occult practice to a
religious practice,
to where it becomes an organized
religion.
Religion, as opposed to just a pagan ritual or whatever.
Yeah.
And incidentally, the triskelion, which is the tattoo that you want to get.
Yeah.
Do you remember our ley line episode?
Yeah.
And there was that oldest ley line that they found, and it had that triskelion on the rock.
Yeah.
Karma.
Yeah. It's actually going to be the centerpiece of my Celtic knot that I'm putting around my leg.
Okay.
It's $6,000, but
man, 8 more
I mean,
payments.
it's
And this
me.
It's a
tattoo's all
lot
mine.
of work, man. It's a lot of line work. I'm just saying, it's the dude's gonna be like I'm paying by the hour, basically.
Dude.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll just kick back, have some beers while he does it, watch some ESPN. I'm good.
Man.
Maybe take a nap. But yeah, that's a big piece I'm putting on my leg. So it's gonna be a good one. Man, I got like this little thing.
Yeah.
There we go. I got it off. There's like this thing on the screen, and it's
Mhm.
like it was putting it
Dive.
like right on my forehead. So I keep
Behind
thinking
you.
something on my forehead. And I'm like, no,
Yeah.
that's something on the screen. Damn it.
Europe.
Yeah, actually, a lot of those uh,
Tombstone.
screen grabs
Below.
would be from religious
Roy.
sites from European cultures.
Yeah.
And Asian cultures.
Yeah. And like this symbol
Abused.
here, this is the symbol of the third eye.
Crazy. Murdered.
Now, third eye,
Ancient.
that's Indian practice, right?
Yes.
Hinduism?
Yes. Which is like the third eye is supposed to be, that's the one that you can read each other's minds and
Yeah.
telepathy and telekinesis and all that kind of stuff. The third eye is supposed to be the one that sees through everything. And
Sees
that,
all, yeah.
that a lot of that is viewed as a cult.
Ralph.
Yeah.
Especially
really
in the
is.
Westernized.
Yeah. Hinduism, like you see all these people doing yoga.
Yeah.
Again, there's another unknown practice of the occult.
Drip.
Yoga was designed by Hindus to open up your body for your chakras. So, all you yoga soccer moms out there doing yoga and going to church on Sunday, just know.
Ongoing.
Just know you're doing stuff, you know.
You're a whole different religion there. But now they use it as it's kind of funny that yoga has become an epitome of
Crime.
exercise
Simon. Fight.
and not religious practice practition, right? Yeah. Because you have the practitioner, and the practitioner is the person that actually practices the practitioner. I love it.
I think I've had enough alcohol where I can follow that.
Dave fumbled when he picked up what I just put down.
I was like, "What the hell was that?" I understood, but I was still like, "What?" Yeah. Man. So I said I have some stuff here that I mean, it's from my own library because I read up on all this stuff.
Yeah.
And some of the things that
Closet.
No, we ain't. No, we ain't talking about that.
We're not talking about the closet. So of course,
Always.
you guys have seen me use
Often.
tarot. So and that is, I mean, it's a form of divination. It's definitely an occult practice. It's completely out of science and out of religion. And I was going to actually because I have a second tarot deck that I have not bound to me. This is my main one, and it is definitely bound to me. This is the one I use. I have another set which is not bound to me yet, so it is not ready. I was going to bind it to me while we were on the show, but I don't think that's a good idea, just because I don't. I need absolute focus when I do it.
Innocent.
Yeah. Drinking is probably not a good idea while we're
drinking. Probably not a good idea. Podcast probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
But I did want to talk about some of the stuff because it goes along with with the spells. The actual binding process is a spell or a ritual that you do to kind of attach your psyche
attune. You're
to
attuning.
the cards. So when you actually go and have a tarot reader read their cards to you, they've bound that deck to them, and it's not bound to you.
No.
So you can't take their deck and see the future with it.
No, what they're doing is attuning.
47.
They're using their deck, what they've already attuned themselves to attune themselves also to you to get a read on the cards.
Right.
Yes.
So, and that basically, it can be anywhere from, focus on your question.
Yep.
Cut the deck. And that puts just a little bit of your essence into the cards.
Yeah.
So that the teller, the fortune teller, can answer the question.
Yeah.
With the cards that are turned up. So the process of binding a deck, a completely new deck to you, is a ritual that you take.
Okay.
And I wanted to talk about that for a second because a lot of these, and I'm just gonna glance about. So I've got a book on Reiki.
47.
Oh, Reiki.
Right, which I absolutely love, although it kind of backfired on me at the antique shop.
Yeah.
I have
birch oak and yew. Yeah.
This is all tree magic. This is using wood
Druidic
for spells, druidic spells, right? I have a book on neo-pagan rites. And I have a book on mystical dragon magic. Very fascinating. But in each of these books, they tell me the same thing. And it's something that I'm going to share with you guys. Whenever you're casting a spell, there's always something that the spell wants you to do, like a component, incantation that you want to read, that you have to read, motion that you have to do, candles you have to light, mat has to be down, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that it is for the spell, but I don't want to say it's complete bullshit, because it's not, but the purpose of all that is to occupy the logic side of your brain.
Remorse.
Okay.
What happened?
No, I see what you're saying.
Okay.
I see what you're saying.
So that you can use the creative side of your brain to focus on the spell itself. So the whole process of, okay, light 3 candles, have your mat down, put your rocks in, have your stones, your crystals or whatever, have your components. It's to occupy the logic side of your brain while you can actually do the spell. It's to kind of split the two hemispheres of your brain, because your logic side is going, this is not right, this is not believable, it's not going to work. But if you occupy it and give the left side of your brain something to do, that allows the right side of your brain to actually do the spell.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the true purpose of the components of all the stuff that it makes you do in order to perform the ritual or do the spell, like, drawing the pentacle and doing all the stuff. All that is to get the left side of your brain out of the way. Okay. so that you can do the spell. And that's kind of, it's definitely an occult practice, but if you notice, I mean, all of these, all the Wiccan practices and stuff like that, even the stuff that you do in Christianity. I mean, think about this. If you go into church and you're getting ready to pray and you go down on your knees and you get the Bible out and you're doing all the stuff, all that is to occupy the left side of your brain so that you can use the right side to talk to God.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
so it all kind of fits.
It's the ritual. It's the ritual. It's the
ritual.
somatic. It's the somatic portion of the ritual that occupies the logical side of your brain. So the verbal and the what's the word I'm looking for? Or no, it's the material side that of the ritual that occupies the left side of your brain. So the somatic and the verbal can occupy the right side of your brain to
Yeah.
where things will work correctly for you.
Yeah.
All part of the same rituals.
Yeah.
I guess
'Cause
it would be somatic too, because somatic is component. So
yeah.
it's
But I mean, like, all this kind of stuff, and like what they talk about voodoo, none of this works if you don't believe in it.
it's true. You know, it only works with the power that you feed into it.
Exactly. Like
We
if,
talk about that a lot on this show.
yeah, we absolutely talk about this a lot. This is like prime real estate. I mean, just the the barrier spell that I put around the house,
Yeah.
around the property.
Yeah. If you don't believe it's gonna work, it's not
I
gonna
don't
work.
believe it's gonna work. It's not gonna stop shit.
Yeah.
Little did I know that ghosts could actually come in through our connection from
Yeah.
your place
And get stuck.
and get stuck here because they can't get out. So I have, I've developed a workaround for that. So it's kind of the thing after we do our show, I kind of put them back through.
So when we had our epiphany moment on astral projection, and we
Yeah.
talked about all that stuff. We talked about
What year is it?
what did we talk about? Telepathy. We talked about
We talked about past lives. We talked
past
about
life,
reincarnation.
reincarnation.
Yeah, we talked about
truth seeing, tea leaves.
yeah, all that divination stuff. We talked
Crazy.
about all that.
Run.
These are all considered still part of occult practices.
Mhm.
When we talk about innate abilities, because I don't want to, I think people probably might have the innate
By
ability.
innate, this is like something that just comes naturally.
Yes, I think innate abilities. I think people do have the innate ability to astral project, which can be really dangerous for people.
Yeah.
Not knowing that they're doing it, especially as a young adult.
Yeah.
It's also something you can learn how to do. So
Yeah.
to have that innate ability, I think, and of course, that's the epiphany moment that we had. The astral projection is the grease
with
that
the whole
grease
Akashic
that-
record and everything. It was all.
But
It was
these
all
are all
about astral
considered occult practices.
Oh heck yeah! I mean, sure, reincarnation is actually a part of the Hindu religion, Buddhist religion, and a couple others.
Just about every religion but Christianity.
I was gonna say, but the Western ones.
Yeah. Can't say that either because Native American, indigenous Americans, they believe in reincarnation.
I was kind of talking Western Europe.
Okay, all right.
So,
all right.
But yeah, Native Americans, they are very much
reincarnation.
Yeah, because they're all about nature. Everything is about the belief in nature, which in itself is an occult practice.
Yes.
Nurse.
What do you think would be the most dangerous occult practice?
Gerald.
Trained or untrained?
The most dangerous.
I'm lost.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm lost too.
Not old.
That's a tough question because it depends on the user. It depends on what's being done and what it's being used for. Because my first thought was precognition. I think that is a dangerous thing if you already know what's going to happen, or especially if you don't know what you're doing.
What about summoners?
Shovel.
People that know how to summon.
Well, see, that was the thing. That was another thing I was thinking of, and I was thinking of possession as well.
Possession, yeah. Dreamwalkers.
You know, anything where you are
Young.
invading on someone's space or letting someone invade on your space, I think is dangerous.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down there.
Demon.
Yeah, demons.
But yeah,
that's
yeah.
how
I literally said possession, and then I was thinking summoning, and then I was thinking because summoning, you can summon the wrong thing,
yeah.
or you can summon
I
the
think
right
that's
thing for the wrong reason, and it could go bad.
you can sneeze and get the wrong guy.
Bless you, and then you end up getting possessed by a demon. And then I was thinking precognition, because if you
Tombstone.
see a future, but you don't know what's going on, you could inadvertently cause that future to happen.
Why are you here? Not.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think anything, any innate ability, any occult practice can be dangerous if not done properly
Back.
and for the right reason.
Okay. So all right, I'm just gonna stick with this on the danger levels here. What do you think
Fool.
is the dangerous part? Yeah.
I grabbed the tarot cards and it said fool.
I'd be shocked if you cut the deck and that's what you cut it to.
Challenge accepted. Let's see what we get.
Do you want to play?
We're about to do that right now.
What do you think is
Christian.
Christian.
the dangerous
Are
part
you a
of
friend?
your ability
Stop it.
versus my ability? The ghost tube is not liking where this discussion
Not liking what I'm doing. Oh, all right. I did not get the full, but I got judgment.
Oh, which is okay. All right.
Sentenced.
All right, that was
yeah.
That was a little on the nose there.
What do you think? Like, what's how dangerous do you think it is with what you do and with what I do, or the ability that of what you have versus the ability of what I have?
Higher. Where?
That's an interesting question. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, you're kind of protected.
But what am I protected by?
You're protected by something that is horrible, but that means that there's not many things worse out there that can get in. So yeah, it's like yours. It's like, oh, I'm being protected, but I'm being protected by Dracula. So eventually he's going to eat me.
Yeah, the enemy of my enemy is my friend type thing going on
here.
Now
we're good. He doesn't want that. He doesn't want that just yet.
Who? Where am I?
So
Colorado. What do you think is the dangerous aspect of what you do? Because the thing I find
what do you think
dangerous
is the dangerous aspect of what I do?
is
Sun.
something noticing that you notice them.
That happens way too much.
I think that might be the most dangerous aspect of what you do.
Missing.
Because when one thing realizes that
Leave me
it's been
alone.
noticed,
Hospital.
it's going to let everybody else know. Or I don't even want to say everybody. It's going to let everything know
Yeah.
that, hey, this guy can see us. It's like, oh, what's that movie?
Wounded.
No, it's not Wounded.
Not wounded.
Good movie though.
But have you ever walked? Okay, so picture this. So if you, let's say you walk into a place
Watch.
and
Monster.
as you're walking through, and you're basically walking,
Threat.
you're walking down this hallway. Okay. Let's say it's a school. You're walking down this hallway, going from one set of double doors to the next,
Okay.
and a person comes
Hell.
out of every door as you're walking down the hallway and is trying to talk to you. And it's continuing as you go through the hallway. So you go to the first door and you have somebody come up, "Hey, how are you today? What's going on?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, I'm good. That's fine." And then the second guy comes out, "Oh, hey, what are you doing tonight? Everything
Yeah.
going?" "Oh yeah, we're going to have a kegger at my house." "Okay, cool." And the third guy comes out, "Hey, what's going on, you guys?" And then by the time you get to the end of the hallway, you've got 50 people on you, all talking to you at the same time.
Okay. So here's the thing.
Have you
I
ever had
know that feeling.
Yeah.
The difference between me and you is you can see who's talking to you.
What is the date?
I can
Ralph.
feel
Jane.
who's talking to me, and sometimes I can hear who's talking to me,
Mhm.
but I can't. The only one I see who's talking to me on a regular is Top Hat
Behind
Stop it.
you.
Again?
because he wants me to see.
Yeah, he wants you to see. Yeah.
I don't necessarily have the ability to see,
No, he manifests for you.
but he's always wanted me to see. At
The
first, it was a
problem
Sorry.
fear
is
thing.
he knows that I see him.
So here's the other question that I have to do with me, because I'm going to just say, how dangerous is it that I feed him a lot by opening
Shovel.
myself up
Asylum.
to everything
Torturer.
else coming in?
Okay.
Fool.
And
Hello. It's coming.
the
It's
fool
co-
again?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you want my honest opinion?
Yeah. No, absolutely. Because I've gotten so used to everything growing up
Strip.
that I
Angel.
don't have the fear anymore of anything coming at me.
Yeah.
And so I'm always
Which
completely
is a good
open.
thing, but it's a double-edged sword. Here's the thing. I think for lack of a better term or a more colorful term, he's your guardian angel right now.
Yeah.
But he's saving you for something.
That's what scares
Crazy.
me. That's the thing that scares me. It's
And
crazy.
Like.
Yeah.
at some point it's going to come to a head. And he's going to tell you or show
Keep
you
recording.
why he's kept you for this long.
Like
And
he has a
my
purpose.
my personal feeling, just from my connection
Be
to Top
careful.
Hat and my connection with you, is it's not going to be pretty.
Oh, I have no doubt that
So
whatever he wants is
So-
not going to be
'cause-
good.
and this was kind of a, you know, what would you say, a serendipity or a whatever you
Tired.
call it, where we've kind of
Fireplace.
connected back up
Yeah. Yeah.
because I think it's close to happening.
Convicted.
That's interesting.
I mean, it could still be 5-10 years away. But I think there's a reason why you and I have gotten back together.
We gotta go to Amityville, don't we?
That's gotta be our first.
What date is it?
If we can swing it, I mean, yeah, I would love to do the
January.
California thing like we planned.
Oh my god, just said doomed. Oh,
I'm
that's
telling you, bro.
hilarious.
I think there's a reason. Synchronicity. That's what I'm talking about. The synchronicities.
Yeah.
I think there's a synchronicity there
Priest.
of you and I. I just got priest of
I
you
just
and
got
I
ritual.
connecting back on this paranormal thing. Because really, the last time that we actually talked about the paranormal
Please.
before this show was
Cigar.
when you were in your early teens.
Yeah. No,
And
yeah. I mean, you're right. I mean, I just
I like
so,
you.
I
well,
like you too.
thanks.
I see you.
I know whatever
I mean,
he has planned
I
is not
don't.
going to be good.
It's not. I don't think he wants to kill you.
I think he has
Oh.
a purpose for
I
me.
think he has a plan for you. He has a purpose. Whether it has to do possession, I don't know. But I think there's a reason why I'm now back involved in your life. I think there's a purpose behind that, and not to his purpose.
No. More
But I
hopefully
think
my
I think it
purpose.
has I think it has something to do with maybe I can protect you, or I can at least let you know it's coming.
You ever feeling like you're being prepared
Guilty.
for something though?
Yeah. No, you're being groomed. That's the word I'm getting.
Bonnie, that's the word you're looking for. Groomed.
You're being groomed.
Sorry.
You're being
Sad.
It's like, you
I am
fatten
in
up a pig
pain.
before Christmas.
Yeah.
I think you're being groomed for something. That's the impression that I'm getting.
What if okay. All right, but what if it okay, I'm just gonna throw this out here because like I said, I'm
What
open
is
to
that?
everything. But what if it's not for something bad, but
No,
yet
like I
to
said, I don't
make
think I
but
don't think it's good. I don't think it's going to be good for you.
but what if it's to make me stronger for what is coming?
Do you Okay.
Like,
Tunnel.
like maybe there's a reason I'm not scared of Penhurst.
Or maybe so I'm getting kind of an opposite thing, like you're making him stronger for something that's coming.
Which might be another reason why I'm not scared of Penhurst.
It might be another reason why you're not scared of Penhurst.
That's gonna be interesting.
How are you?
It's gonna be interesting when that comes to fruition
Why?
to see what comes out of this. Because, like I said, I've been with this guy since I was 7, 8, right around that time zone for my life.
Mhm.
And like I said, he got a lot of strength from me as a kid because of the
Yeah.
fear that he put
Because of the
into me.
fear.
Not. Kitchen.
I think he realized he was no longer getting fear for me, but he understood that because of everything else, I'm completely open to inviting everything else in, so he's still gaining strength that way. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
And you're still a battery. You
I'm
draw
I'm
other things to you. You're
battery, magnet, something.
Race.
Oh, I honestly feel better, like,
Now see,
about
you're the
me.
battery. Kevin's the alternator.
Yeah. Yeah, keeping me charged.
Or draining you if he's not
Or
working.
draining me. I would rather, honestly, to tell you the truth,
How are
I'd
you?
rather I think it'd be cooler to be you, to be able to see, but I'm happier that I'm me and not you,
Judy.
that I don't have
Who
to
is
see.
she?
Yeah. And then there are times like with Amanda.
Olivia.
Amanda is kind of on your end to where she senses them, but she doesn't see them.
But then you have Ellie,
And
my daughter Ellie.
would kind of rather be me because then she could actually see it coming.
Well,
I'm like, do you really want to see it?
Prison.
That's my daughter Ellie. My daughter Ellie is both of us put
Yeah.
together. She drags them in, but
Mhm.
she sees it all too.
Yeah.
Like she's that light in the darkness, she's that lit up room in a house,
Drip.
and she doesn't know how to close the door to the house
Yeah. We
because
talked
they
about
all
that.
just keep walking in. And if I could find someone to teach her how to close the door at least to where she doesn't have to let them in, yeah, it's okay if you see them, but at least they're over there and not right here. You know, that's the thing I'd like to get her to learn. But again, everything we're talking about right now is all considered a cult.
Yeah. This entire conversation
This entire conversation
is a cult because it's based on what we believe that we're perceiving. And that it's supernatural in origin. So,
but
Satanic.
that was going to be my next question. Is this what I'm dealing
Library.
with? Is that considered a religious aspect? Or is that considered outside of a religious aspect? Because that's my thing is when we're talking about religious aspects, Moses talked to God.
yeah. Moses talked to God, Jesus talked to God, Abraham talked to God, all the apostles.
Shit, Abraham, God told Abraham to kill his sons. So,
Yeah.
you know, whoa,
Sacrifice.
Exactly.
Yeah, sacrifice, exactly.
God,
It's like,
God
whoa,
told
wait a minute.
Noah to build an
I
ark
was
because he
just
was going to
kidding.
flood the damn place. So all this is paranormal, but it's from the Bible, so that makes it not a cult, right? This is where that gray area comes in, where I'm like, okay, I'm a little fuzzy.
Okay, and that's I want to throw out there too, because when I did the religious show, before me and you started doing this, when I was doing it on my own, again, was really hard talking 3 hours by myself. Every
Sacrifice.
site, I would say about 90% of the sites that I went to research other religious aspects in the occult and everything, was an actually Christian ran site.
Yeah.
And I'd say about 80 to 90% of those sites that I went to put Christianity and Catholicism as part of the occult. And I found that very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. Oh shit, we're at 9:05, Dave.
Yep. I have, well, we'll get to it in the third segment, but I have something. I found an article that examines the relationship between occult and religion, and we'll talk about that in the third segment.
Oh, okay.
But I want to leave you on this note with Top Hat.
Okay.
We have been talking.
Danger.
We've been talking tooth and nail about all these like super haunted, dangerous locations, and what is the only place that you are not afraid of?
Penhurst.
Penhurst. What if that's the goal? Is to get you there.
Man, that's goosebump stuff right there, Dave. Like serious goosebumps.
What if that's where he wants to be? Where he wants you to be?
Oh,
Think about
I
that.
like
Yeah.
break. All right, well, we're gonna take a quick break. Let's play with the demon music here, Dave. Let's just go with that.
Shine.
We're gonna take a quick break, use the restroom, grab more beer, have our nicotine. Stick
Asylum.
with us, folks. This is I love the occult. I love talking the occult. I think Dave loves talking the occult.
I love talking about all this stuff.
I love talking. Yeah, some of my funnest nights, Dave. Some of my funnest nights is sitting here talking to you about freaking paranormal shit. So, we'll be right back. It's about 5-10 minutes, folks. Enjoy the creepy music. We'll be right back.
No. Blood. Hello. Be careful. Grandmother. Basement. Run. Judge. Am I dead?
I like this one better.
Adam. First.
Adam was the first.
Liam.
Dave changed the music.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Okay, so because you made me think about it before break, with the Penhurst thing,
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. But what is this draw that we have to Amityville then?
Okay. See, I think that's different. I think for that, I think Amityville is calling us.
Bite.
No bites.
No bites.
Okay. All right. Okay. Amityville's calling us, whereas he's
I-
wanting to go versus he's wanting to go to Penhurst.
Yeah.
Or wanting me to go to Penhurst.
Yeah.
Spell. Shot.
He's like, oh, Penhurst isn't going to hurt you. You don't need to be
Jacqueline.
afraid of that one. Let's go there. And for me, I got to tell you, that's the place I'm most afraid of.
I know.
And it's the Mayflower
True.
building. So I'm just spitballing here, but what if Top Hat is building up his strength to take on that demon?
I'm going.
Okay, so Leona's not listening, right?
She could be.
So
If we
is
are
it
over my dead body, then we'll know what's going on.
so is it smart to let you go into the Mayflower building first, or to me go into the Mayflower building by myself first.
I don't think either one's a particularly smart decision. But I think me.
Make a
Probably.
noise.
That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be. I can't wait to do that, Dave.
Pray.
Pray.
I honestly would rather go do that. Don't get me wrong. Still want to do what we had planned for this last summer, but I would
Friend.
so rather go spend 2 days at Penhurst
Missing.
and do that.
Turn it off.
Yeah, no. Cause
And I mean, and if and Penhurst is right there, we could just hop, skip, and a jump to Amityville.
yeah, it's
Shine.
it's a freaking subway ride. Oh, that'd be good.
No, but yeah, I'd do it right though. I'd have somebody drive us. I mean, we'd fly out there. I'd have somebody drive us to Penhurst. We'd do the thing, then have somebody take us to Amityville and do the thing there.
Just
How
gotta
old
get a
are
hold
you?
of Bill.
Confused.
Yeah, Bill,
Bill, you need to take a couple days off,
wait,
bud.
take a couple days off. We need to borrow some tech.
Yeah.
And have you bring
But I mean, as long as my old lady doesn't go in, she'd drive
Make
us.
a noise.
So she'd drop us off and then go do whatever hell she wants to do. But
No.
no.
but
Keep recording.
oh, we're going to.
She
All
goes-
right.
my daughter's like, if you need comic relief, I'll go with you guys, but you'll probably find
this
that the
voice.
van's gone when you come out,
Prison.
and you'll be walking to where I am. To.
Where are you at? Oh, I'm about 10 blocks down the road.
Closer. Go away.
I'm eating the world's most famous Philly's cheesesteak. That's where
I'm
I'm
at
at.
a Philly cheesesteak. I'm at Tony Lone's
Farther.
Oh my god.
or farther.
Oh.
23.
Where are you at? I'm in Ohio.
I'm in Ohio. What the hell? Oh. Oh, that I'm that's such a bucket list place though. But you're right. I mean, I have no fear there. There has to be a reason why I have no fear there. And the only thing I can think
Nathan.
of is Top Hat. So, which I watched that documentary of the tall man, or the Hat Man. I found that very interesting,
Yeah.
and
Nurse.
I can see a lot of similarities with what people were saying, but there's also a lot of differences,
Natalie.
and it's hard for me to think that he would be here in other places at the same time. I think mine is different
Okay.
than what
I
that
agree with that.
documentary was.
I don't think your top hat is what everyone else is other people are seeing. I think that's like the one in the house that we were doing in one of our cities, and I can't remember it, but I had the picture of the dude in the
Yeah.
hat,
Yeah.
right? And I don't want to say cryptid, but I think there are multiple beings like this that are shadow figures with what appears to be hats.
Yeah, I kind of there with you.
Maybe I don't know, like a type of shadow figure that's like this, but they
Yeah.
all are kind of different, kind of like the crooked man from Insidious 2,
Yeah.
or excuse me, Conjuring 2.
Conjuring 2.
He reminds me a lot of Top Hat also.
Yeah, I actually saw a picture during our long break, the summer break, of was probably the best depiction of Top Hat
Simon.
I had ever seen. And it was
Kyle.
an illustration that was drawn back in 1967, 10 years before I was born.
Poor.
And I found that interesting.
Watching. Liar.
No, I'm not.
Mine says watching.
Mine said liar. I was like, no, I'm not.
Oh,
Don't.
But it was kind of, I didn't like there was no like story behind it or anything, but it was the best picture I've ever seen of, like, if I was to like describe what Top Hat looked like to like a police sketch artist
What is this?
of what he looked like, this guy drew it in like 1967. Turner fans on. What's up, brother?
what's going on, my brother?
But all right, we're off subject though. We're off subject.
Well,
even though it's kind of
Still,
on
it's still a cult. It's still kind of on topic, but off
it's
subject.
still on topic, but off subject.
Mhm.
So you said you had something for the third segment that you wanted to pull up.
Yeah.
Okay. What's that?
Shots.
So a folklore researcher from Penn State wrote this article.
Okay.
Always.
And it talks about witchcraft, magic, and contact with the supernatural are common, perhaps even essential companions of organized religion, because they
Wow.
allow the average person to participate in an otherworldly experience.
Oh, I like that.
Right? Recently, many fundamentalist Christians warned that the wizardry contained in J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter books corrupts impressionable young minds. Yet the lure of the occult, especially for teenagers, is a centuries-old phenomenon and not likely to fade out.
I could agree with that.
So in his book, this guy, his name is, where is it? Bill Ellis. Ellis looks at the modern practices that are universally defined as occult, such as carrying a rabbit's foot for good luck or using a Ouija board
Oh my
to
god! I
contact
didn't
the
even
dead.
think about the rabbit's foot, Dave.
Right? Again, that's another superstition thing. Right? As well as the more esoteric traditions, such as the use of black Bibles.
Mm.
In another example, adolescents are fond of nocturnal trysts at graveyards and ritual visits to uncanny places. Some activities are a legitimate cause of concern for parents and community leaders. But on the whole, these practices do not spring from an irrational belief in Lucifer or Satan.
Finish.
No.
Be careful.
I'm going to be careful, and I'm finishing. Witchcraft also is not a closet counter-religion hostile to Christianity.
Depends on the witchcraft, but yes.
Right. The occult complements institutionalized religion by opening the realm of myth to the ordinary person, and especially those with the least power and voice in society.
What is this?
Children, women, the poor, and the disenfranchised.
Oh, I like that.
This article goes on a little bit, but I wanted to read a couple more passages. The occult challenges the conservative social standards and dictates of religion, thus forcing it to come to terms with the totality of human experience, at times checking or repressing it. At other times, the occult finds ways to incorporate it into its own practices.
Pagan.
Religion, in turn, provides a stable ground and safe destination for those wishing to experiment with alternative points of view, even alternative states of consciousness.
Ooh.
He goes on by saying, it is no accident that the occult and religion perpetually attract each other, but without either ever absorbing or destroying the other. As a common bumper sticker notes, religion tries to become a magic device for turning unanswerable questions into unquestionable answers.
Knife.
Magic, we could say, makes the process
Green.
reciprocal, questioning what religion tries to make unquestionable and proposing a wider range of answers to the unanswerable.
Oh, I like that. Dave, I'm so sorry. I'm listening to you read this, but I keep reading your shirt.
False.
Does that say, nope, I can't go to hell? Satan still has a restraining order against me?
Front. Austin.
I've been trying to show you this shirt also.
You're sitting there reading that. I'm like, this is interesting stuff, but I just keep reading the shirt.
I just keep reading the
nope,
shirt.
I can't go. I love it. I love it. That's a great shirt.
Yep, I got it. I got it for Christmas, and I'm like, I am wearing that to the occult show. I'm wearing it for the occult show.
I got Monty.
Help me, demon.
Says,
help me, demon.
Help me, demon. I got my shirt that says, I'm not antisocial. I rolled low on my charisma.
I missed my charisma check. No, I've got my wife gave me a bunch of these shirts because she knows how I like these with the words on it.
Date?
And there's one that says, I'm not crazy, I'm special. Wait,
help me.
Maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. I'm gonna have to talk to myself for a little bit.
I'm still special.
I'm still special. But yeah, so there'll be another new shirt tomorrow. But
oh, nice.
But yeah, I figured this was appropriate for our occult show.
Oh, perfect. That is the perfect shirt for tonight's show. Oh man, that's I like that. That's a good quote. Who wrote that again?
Bill Ellis from Penn State.
Bill Ellis from Penn State. I'm gonna have to check that out.
He's a folklore researcher.
Oh,
fight.
So
I'll send you the link to the article.
Okay.
It's
send that to
2004.
I'll have to check. Wow, that long ago, even 18 years, 19
what
years.
Is this?
Shit, 19 years, Dave. 19 years.
Why did you come?
Oh, wait a minute. That means, man, my oldest turns 20 this year.
Shit.
Yeah. My middle turns 18. Yep, there it is.
I just sent it to you. So, shit. Oh, Eric turns 31 this year.
Fuck, I know. Oh my god.
And David turns 30.
30. Yeah.
What is the date?
Goddamn Irish twins.
Mm-hmm. you just know the shirt, and I'm like,
drum roll, please. Oh, dude's got sounds. Watch out.
Got sounds.
Okay, so practitioners of the occult, Dave, I think was going to be our final segment, right?
Yeah. So I have a few more symbols to bring up.
Okay.
And these are for organizations.
Oh.
That we view.
Oh, yeah, we've talked about, I think, a lot of these.
So the symbol of the all-seeing eye is basically for the Illuminati.
The Illuminati, yeah.
Right. So the Illuminati, and this is one of their symbols.
Yeah.
The Illuminati, I found through some research, they are a derivative of Mason.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Close.
So which you can kind of see the similarity between
the Masonic,
and then the Illuminati.
Yeah.
So now my family is at least 4 generations Masonic.
Yeah.
So, and in fact, I have been recruited several times to join the Masons, which I've turned down.
Remember that book you got last year?
Yeah. That one I got in the mail?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. That's
Oh,
where
yeah.
it came from.
Oh, yeah.
No,
I
yeah.
mean, going back to 7th grade. So the um for children and teenagers, the Masons version of the Boy Scouts is called DeMolay. And I was recruited in 7th grade to join DeMolay. And I
Green.
was like, I had no idea what the heck that was. But when I went to my mom, she's like, "Oh, that's connected to the Masons.
Niece.
Your uncles were all DeMolay, your grandfather was DeMolay, your great grandfather was." I was like, "Okay, what the heck
What?
is this all
What?
about?
Why don't we ever talk about this
Why don't
around
we ever
Thanksgiving
talk
dinner
about this?"
table?
Right? But
Fireplace.
fireplace again.
Yeah.
But and then right around 18, 19, I was recruited again to join the Masons. And then around 30, when I went to Southern California,
Yeah.
I was recruited again.
I hear you.
Thanks. I hear you too.
Done.
But
That's
each
so
time I turned them down.
Yeah.
The reason why I view, because Masonic is not a religion. Masonic is
An
outside of
order.
religion,
Russell.
outside
Yeah.
of science. So their views are definitely occultish.
Yeah.
And I wanted to bring that up. And then
How
with
does it work?
the Illuminati, because that was another one we talked about,
Yeah.
they're just an offshoot of the Masons. In fact, the
I think
female
the Masons might be an offshoot of the Illuminati. I think the Illuminati might be around longer than the Masonic.
possibly, but I think the Masons are the core group, and the Illuminati is kind of the
secret group
upgrade.
of the
False.
Masonic.
Yeah.
What is
Okay.
this?
I don't know if I saved it. Let me
Dark.
see. Dark again. That was me this time.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all. Yep, I don't have it. But I read somewhere about the Illuminati where they were saying they were an offshoot of the Masons. Maybe they've been out longer, maybe not, but the Masons are definitely the
Well, it
I
kind of
guess
makes
the
sense.
generic level or infantry level, and then the Illuminati is kind of like the
Illuminates.
officers, the main guys, right? Well, so the
Ceremony.
Masonic Lodge still practices
Horrible.
segregation by sex.
Oh yeah.
So they actually have the women in a
What is
different
an 8?
organization. And that organization, after talking to my grandmother, because she was
What is
part of
this?
that, is called Eastern Star.
Yes.
Uh,
Have you looked? Let's see here. Um, see if I can pull it up here and share it with
East. Yes. Tap.
you. I've actually seen this.
Help me.
I'm gonna see if I can pull this up here. Hold on a second, Dave. Let's go here. That is not it. What did I do? I hit the wrong button. That's what I did. Oh, yeah, you got the noises.
Demon.
demon. Okay, thanks. I just got demon twice. Okay.
Tunnel.
All right, there we go. All right, here we go. Here we go. Now I can pull it up. Bam, 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 and I just want to show the female Mason symbol.
Oh, yeah, Eastern Star.
That's the Eastern Star.
Yeah.
That's a pentagram.
Yeah.
You can call it Eastern Star all you want. That's a pentagram.
Go away.
Oh, now you all mad.
Oh.
That's a pentagram. I found that interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Oak. I don't know.
Here's another one.
Oh,
Where am I?
the Order of the Eastern Star
Teresa.
is open to both men and women. It was established in 1850 by lawyer and educator Rob Morris, a noted Freemason, and adopted and approved as an appendant body of the Masonic fraternity in 1873. The order is based on same teachings from the Bible and is open to people of all religious beliefs. It has approximately 10,000 chapters in 20 countries and approximately 500,000 members under its general grand chapter. But notice how they said the Masonic
Emily.
fraternity. That means the Masons are only men, but Eastern Stars can be both.
Yes.
Candle. How do you feel?
Okay.
I feel pretty good.
So I'm going to show you two things that I learned here in the state of Colorado. Now I'm gonna show these two things here,
Kevin.
and you tell me. I'm gonna share
Jim.
these. Let me pull them up here. That one. I'm downloading into the system
Forward.
so people
I'm
can
hiding.
see them. And this one. Oh. All right. So these are the state of Colorado.
Priest.
I want you to look at these emblems here, and you tell me what you see.
Okay.
You see at the top there.
Command.
Yeah, I see the all-seeing eye at the top.
Guilt.
I'm interested by the what looks to be Roman numerals under the all-seeing eye. If you turn that standing up, you get that.
Am I dead?
The binge rune.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm just saying. I was like, what? Yeah, I found that very interesting when I saw that. I'm just gonna say, I found that very interesting when I saw that.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the Illuminati and the Masons, I just found that very interesting.
Yeah. And then there's also this one.
Ah, the Golden Dawn.
Where are you?
The Golden Dawn. And I wanted to talk about that because of the the unicursal hexagram.
Universal hexagram.
I'm trying.
Being associated with the Golden Dawn.
Yeah. That's
Over here.
that's I just,
Miss.
I wonder, like, because I found that just doing my own little research, those pictures that I wanted to share with you. A long time ago. I've been waiting for a chance to show you that. Well, why not tonight, Dave? Why not tonight?
Why not tonight?
I wonder how many other state agencies throughout the United States have that type of information on their sigils.
Why am I here? No. Press higher.
Yours said no. Mine said press higher. So, so I don't know. I found that interesting.
7.
The Golden
38.
Dawn, the Masonic, the Illuminati, they all feel like they go together.
Mhm.
Who do you consider to be probably the most prominent person as an occult practitioner? Because there's one that sticks out to me all the time. I think there's one that sticks out to you all the time.
Yeah.
What date is it?
You're looking up state sigils, aren't you?
Well, there was one in particular, and well, it's not a state sigil, but it definitely brought it to mind.
What is this?
I'm going to tell you what
Crime.
this is. Not a crime.
Crime, Dave. It says it's a crime.
Not a crime.
Threat.
And,
White. Where is it?
and I was going to show you that.
2. Camera.
Oh. Yeah. I mean,
if you just look at our money.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you just look at the money.
Yeah. There's all sorts of occult symbols and
Not here.
Masonic stuff and Illuminati and all that.
Well, I mean, our country was founded on it.
Yeah. I mean,
People think that we're founded on
Masons signed the Declaration of
Yeah,
Independence.
I was gonna say a lot of people think that our country was founded on Christianity. It's not. We were founded on the freedom of religion.
Over here. Turn it off.
And being able to practice whatever you wanted. And then you
Mhm.
look at our money that we print, and you have the
Restless.
Illuminati and Masonic signatures written all over it. That's the freedom of religion, folks. If you want to boil it down, we were not founded on Christianity. If we wanted to stake with Christianity, we would have stayed underneath England's rule of thumb. If you wanted to, I mean, evidently, as citizens, we don't have a problem paying taxes. Because we've been paying taxes since we became a country. So,
yeah,
it was based off the freedom of religion, and it wasn't based off of Christianity. It was based off the Masonic. It was based off the Illuminati. It was based off way more than Christianity.
Friend.
I can't say that's what the Revolutionary War was about, but that's why we were trying to break free from England.
Yeah.
That's why it's our First Amendment. And second is we need to arm ourselves. In case this shit tries to happen again. But who do you think is the most prominent? Like what's I think I know who you're going to say, but who do you think is the most prominent practitioner of the occult?
Besides Tom Cruise.
Besides Tom Cruise.
Besides Tom Cruise. I gotta go.
Steve Young.
Steve Young. No, you threw left-handed. It was a cult.
Other side.
Other side.
Other side. See, you threw from the other side. That's not right. Something wrong with that.
Laughing.
No, I really think,
Yes, I am.
the one thing that always, and we talked about this, one person that stuck in my craw was L. Ron Hubbard.
No, I totally understand.
Scream.
I mean, he was part of sex magic and all that stuff. So
Mhm.
very occultish, very occultish. And for me, it was Aleister Crowley.
Died.
I mean, Ozzy wrote a
Sad.
song.
Yeah, and this is funny because he founded, I mean, this L. Ron Hubbard, he founded the Church of Scientology
Yes, he did.
in 1950.
Yes, he did.
And he also wrote Dianetics. Now
Yes, he did.
it's Dianetics that I feel is, I
The
mean,
occultish, yeah.
the occultist
Qualified.
thing. That was like, wow.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was stupid. Yeah, it was. Oh, you should have wrote that. Yeah. That's gonna be out there forever.
Yep.
Disagree.
But yeah, that guy always creeped me out.
L. Ron Hubbard, man, that dude,
Don't leave.
I can tell you what, man, that dude was charismatic.
Mm-hmm.
He got people to follow him. He knew how to speak. And he's gone now, right? L. Ron Hubbard passed away, right?
Closer.
He's
Oh, yeah.
dead now, right?
He did. Yeah, he
Yeah.
gone.
Like, for like 10, 15 years now? 20 years?
Gosh.
What is your name?
I'm John. That's Dave.
Follow you.
Hit that like and subscribe.
Yeah, follow us. He died in 86. He died
86.
a long
Oh, wow. Okay. So 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Almost. But yet people still follow Scientology. Like his books on Scientology didn't even become like mainstream till late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, 1950 was when the Church of Scientology was
Yeah.
was developed. So now Aleister Crowley, born Edward Alexander Crowley, he died in 1947.
Yes.
But basically, he was basically labeled an occultist,
Oh, yeah.
ceremonial magician,
Yes.
poet, painter, novelist, and
yours?
mountaineer.
He was.
He
Man,
founded
his
the
story-
religion of Thelma,
How do you feel?
as opposed to Louise.
What is that?
He developed Thelma,
Horrible.
identifying himself as
you
the
okay?
prophet. I'm okay. That'd be better if you'd be quiet, just for a minute. Identifying himself as the prophet entrusted with guiding humanity into the Eon of Horus in the early 20th century.
What should I do?
Yeah, he went Egyptian.
He went Thoth is where
Yeah.
he was, and Thoth is the Egyptian god of knowledge.
Please.
Yeah.
I thought that was a fascinating read when I was reading up on Aleister Crowley.
He for some reason just fascinated me.
Yeah.
Aleister Crowley did. There's a lot of information out there about him, and I can't
Hidden.
necessarily say that he was a bad guy.
No,
Backward.
like we said, a cult
Where
is
is
not
it?
necessarily
Iron.
bad.
Yes, it's all dependent on the user. All dependent on the user. Okay.
Hold.
All right. So we got about 10 minutes left in the show, Dave.
Hmm?
Is there a moment
Green.
throughout speaking and talking and everything, even on our squirrel moments, that you had an aha moment tonight?
Well, my thought about Penhurst with Top
That
Hat.
was my aha
Which?
moment too.
That was my aha moment. But also viewed as an occultist, I just want to say was Sir Arthur Conan Doyle,
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, David
Yeah.
Bowie.
David Bowie, Nicholas Flamel.
Nicholas
Why are you
Flamel.
here?
Nicholas Tesla was considered
Yeah.
an occultist.
Elvis Presley
Elvis Presley.
was considered an occultist.
Miss.
Um,
Sacrifice.
No sacrifice.
Jim Morrison,
Jim Morrison.
Jimmy Page,
Jimmy Page.
Maria Laveau,
Let me. Yeah.
Nostradamus, Nancy Reagan.
Nancy. That one surprised me.
I was like, why?
Oh, what?
Mary Todd Lincoln, Abraham
Mary
Lincoln's
Todd
wife.
Lincoln. Yeah.
Pythagoras and Plato.
Plato.
Queen Victoria. I mean, going back to Galileo and
Yeah.
Newton and all those guys.
Disrespectful.
I know, right? So
It was.
disrespectful.
But now they're
Daryl Hall
teaching
from
science
Hall and
today.
Oates.
Yeah. Hall from Hall and Oates. I was all, what? Really?
I'm like, why?
There's a good list out there. I suggest everybody to go check it out.
Go
there's
check it out.
a lot.
You'd be surprised.
Kitchen.
Yeah.
With some of the people.
I think you'd be surprised if you do your research and
Why
just
are you
go
here?
online, do a little bit of research. I think everybody will be surprised on what they
Dylan,
consider to
hello,
be the
open.
occult and what you do every single
Asshole.
day to be considered occult. Check it out. There's a lot of good reads out there. I'm gonna check out that article Dave sent me. Might even have
Cemetery.
you
Yeah, it's so weird.
share
I
that
mean,
on
I gave you
Facebook
most of
page.
that article, but I know
I'm close.
there's connection there's more links to where you can go to like the full thing or whatever.
Yeah, might
And I
have to
know
share that.
there's
on
supposedly a
Facebook
book
page.
on it. I want to
Nancy.
see if I can find that book.
Yeah. So
Open.
I think the aha moment to me for tonight
Guide.
is the same kind of one that you had with Pennhurst there.
I mean, I
know
scary. It's kind of off topic, but just the whole thing we do at the Paranormal is a cult.
Yeah. Yeah.
Our show.
Our whole show is the occult.
Our whole show is a cult.
Yeah. So
not to be confused with a cult.
Occult. Occult. So tomorrow night we got another show. Like tonight was a special night show to make up for last Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow we got another show on. It's the opening of season 3. We're gonna go visit Ireland. We got a couple really good spots laid out.
Disrespectful.
No, Ireland. I'm not gonna be disrespectful to Ireland. That's home country for me and Dave.
That's right. That's the motherland.
Oh, one thing I didn't ask. On a scale of 1 to 10, Dave.
Ralph. Believe.
That's interesting. Ralph and belief. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you categorize the occult? Oh, how would you score that? What would you call it?
Follow me. Disrespectful. Okay.
How would you word that? It's not danger level. It's
well, and we can't talk about whether it's good or bad.
Can't talk about it's good or
we
bad.
Can't talk about whether we believe in it. We know
how
we
many?
believe in it.
How does it work?
I don't think we could score this. Really.
Sorry.
Can we? I mean, is there a scale of 1 to 10 that we could actually score something on this? I don't think we can. Oh, okay. On a scale of 1 to 10,
we definitely can talk about the danger level.
Well, we can.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Even goes 2 degrees. Yeah, we could.
What do you want?
All right. Well, let's do that. Let's just danger level on the occult.
Am I dead?
On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the danger level on the occult?
I mean, it could absolutely max out, and it could absolutely not be dangerous at all.
I think it's an individual. I think it's an individual from how it affects the individual. I don't think Can
Yeah.
you think
I
that
think the potential is there to be dangerous. If I am speaking just from my point of view,
Not.
or not,
that was yours?
if I'm going to look at it from my point of view,
7.
then I
You want
think
to play.
the danger level is a 7 to me.
Okay, so your point of view, you would put your the danger level at a 7.
Yes.
Okay, so from my
Follow you.
point of view, I think the scariest thing I feel about the occult is people practicing it and not knowing what they're
Yeah.
doing.
Don't leave.
And so I think I'd probably put it closer to a 9
Grandmother.
on the danger level
Cell.
of this stuff. I think it's more dangerous as not having the knowledge
Keep
of what you're
recording.
doing than it does having the knowledge of what you're doing. Because the
Yeah.
people that have a knowledge of knowing what you're are doing it
Maybe.
with purpose, whereas other people don't. So
Gone.
I guess that would put us at an 8.
Yeah, that would put us at an 8. So, would we think about that though in our
Maybe.
in our scores?
Yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna put our scores on it, like
Like the low down scoring system?
like this low down scoring
Nice.
system. If we were gonna go, okay, can occult practices be residual haunts?
Yes.
Keep recording.
I think
So
you can scar an areas to the point where there would be residual.
absolutely. So let's put a 1 to 10 on that.
Barbara.
8.
Okay. I'm picking that up.
You like an 8?
Yeah, I like an 8.
Okay. Intelligent.
Yes.
Wandering.
Absolutely.
Psychic.
All right. So, all right. Am I at a 9 or a 10 on intelligent?
I'm at a 9.
1 point above the residual.
Leave
Okay.
here.
I like it. I'm picking up what you're putting down. I like it. I like a 9. I like a 9.
Okay. Poltergeist.
Poltergeist. That's right. Poltergeist.
Han.
I'm at a 2 or 3.
I'm
like
closer.
you.
I'm closer to a 5. I think
Closer to a 5.
with
So,
the
okay,
with the right summoning or something, I think you can actually generate a
Separated.
poltergeist.
so I'll say 3. We'll go 4.
Yep. Okay. Non-human.
Non-human.
Absolutely. I'm
I'm at a 10.
at a 10. There's no question. Anything dealing with the occult, you could absolutely trigger something non-human. Absolutely.
History. I'm at a 10.
Great history.
I think every facet of history has an occult portion to it. Whether now
Nathan.
it's science or whatever, it started as a cult
Up.
first.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
Okay.
at a 10.
Okay.
Would you agree with that?
Where are
Yeah.
you?
No, I'm
Okay.
absolutely in agreement with that. Especially
Okay.
since you're going back. I mean,
Yeah.
like I said, the
Thousand
what is it? The solar cross is like the oldest
BC.
symbol. It's like
BC.
and the ancient Egyptian crap is
Yeah.
like BC. So there's
Yeah.
just a ton of history there. And it's before Christianity and Catholicism and any of that stuff. Okay, so manifestations.
There we go. All right. So next one is manifestations.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes.
Yes.
So
Would you put a
Silly.
10 on that? Or
I would put an 8 here.
I'm an 8 on it. Yeah.
Okay.
What is
I
this?
like it. I like it.
Okay.
Wait.
I
Audio.
said no.
Mofab. Is it Mofab? Mofab? Audio?
Yeah, it's audio.
Yeah.
Audio, feels, object, danger.
Yeah.
So, and we've already done danger.
Over here.
So audio.
Front.
if you go with, I think audio is good here. If you think about what you have to do for rituals and things like that, and everything with the audios there, if you think about
as far as doing the occult, creating a paranormal audio,
I think the audio would be good here.
Michelle, keep
I'm
recording.
not great though. I'm at a 6 for this.
Good. I didn't say great. I said good.
Yeah.
I like a 6. I think
Who
6
are you?
is good. I like a 6.
Okay, feels. So this is emotional? I think absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because that's kind of the name of the game.
Touching.
In order to do the rituals and do the stuff, but actual physical contact, smells, anything sensual.
I think this is like another 10 spot.
I'm easily at an 8.
I'm thinking like another 10
9.
spot. Okay, so
I'm gonna go 9.
Okay, you said easily an 8, or is it maybe a 9?
No, it's easily an 8, probably a 9, maybe
Probably
a
a
10.
9. And I'm at a 10 on the feel. So all right,
Find
9.5.
Don't leave.
9.5.
Object.
So this is like objects moving, things like that. I think this is going to be a little low for me.
I think it's a little low. I think it correlates with the poltergeist activity.
I agree. So yeah, I think I'm going to go probably 4, maybe 3.
So I'm at 3, maybe 4.
Same.
3.5 it is, Dave.
3.5 it is.
All right. And then our last one is our danger level.
Scratch.
Which we did. I did 7, you did 9, so we're at an 8.
We're at an 8. So wow. That was a lot easier than I thought it would be.
Eugene.
Okay, I got a 76, I think.
$76, yeah, that's what I got. 76 for
the haunted level of the occult.
The haunted level of the occult.
I think that's pretty accurate,
like
bro.
That's pretty accurate. I like that.
Warm.
That was good. That was good. That was a quick little scoring too. I like that. All right, so guys, we are all done here with the Occult of Personality season 2 to kick off.
That's our season
the
finale.
End of the season of season 2 for episode 27. We got it done. Sorry, it was a week late, or
Nathan.
6 days late.
6 days late.
Tomorrow night we'll be back with the Haunts of Ireland. Join us there. You're gonna enjoy that show. We even got a special location that we're not going to talk about live. So check us out tomorrow, 7:30 Mountain Time, 6:30 Pacific, 9:30 Eastern.
Dangerous.
A little half hour later than normal.
Yeah.
That's kind of going to be the norm at that 30 spot. So, and of course, join us after the show on Instagram Live for the post game there, and listen to me and Dave break down what we discussed, and while we're doing all our techie stuff in the background and getting things going to the actual podcast portion of everything.
Yeah.
Speaking of the podcast portion of everything, want to thank Anchor. Anchor is what allows us to take the audio portion of this live broadcast and put it out there to our favorite podcasting site. Hey, Tiff, how's it going? Like places like Spotify, Google Podcasts, Pocket Cast, Breaker, Radio Public, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, all those great, lovely places. Not only do they help you start your own little podcast section as a newbie, they'll help you grow with sponsorships and everything like that. They even sponsor you themselves. So go ahead and check out Anchor. And of course, I want to thank StreamYard. StreamYard is what allows us to do the multicasting to where we're on our Facebook Spirits to Spirits page, our Spirits to Spirits with John and Dave on YouTube, and on Twitch with Spirits to Spirits. So check those out. If you can't watch us live, you can always listen to us whenever you want to. We appreciate everybody that comes on, joins in the chat. We appreciate everybody that listens to the podcast. And again, keep an ear out for what is coming for new for 2023. But we will be back tomorrow night for season 3, episode 1, The Haunts of Ireland. Dave, hit the outro.
All right, we out. Be safe, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night.
Spirits with spirits.